GhanaTalks breakfast show, your morning companion. Good morning, Ghana. Good morning, lovely listeners of GhanaTalks Radio. You are welcome to the GhanaTalks Radio breakfast show, and you are also welcome to the newspaper review. Here we bring you insightful discussions on all trending stories and relevant news making waves in the country, from politics to business, from sports to entertainment, and everything in between. As usual, I remain your host, Esinam Fiagbedu, and joining me on our news headline review is Miss Regina Bless and Miss Debbie Adoso. Good morning, Miss Regina.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. What of you?
Oh, I'm doing fine. How was the weather for you yesterday? Were you bitten by the rain?
Oh, yes. It's really dealt with me.
Oh, I'm
Really
so
dealt with
sorry about that. And I learned it destroyed quite of properties.
Yeah, I saw, is it
ANC more.
Yeah.
Their solar panel actually fell
It's-
on cars. And did you
Let's
read?
hope-
Did you read the press release their PRO put out?
No?
So they
That was a press release.
Yeah, they
What
released
was it about?
they came out with a press release yesterday, and then in summary, I stand to be corrected though. In summary, they were apologizing to the public, which means that, and they said they are going to do everything in their part to make sure that the situation is under control and then it's been rectified. But cars were actually destroyed.
Yeah.
A number of cars were destroyed, and to God be the glory, nobody was actually injured.
Yeah.
That's fine. So what about the cars? What are
They'll
they?
pay. Share.
No, but you go to some malls and they're like, you park at your own risk.
So why did you do parking lots?
I'm helping you park your car.
No.
That means that if anything should happen to your car, the company is not responsible.
So if you go out to do a report and whatever happens to you, it happens to you at your own risk.
That one is different.
How is it different? I'm parked on your property. I am there to purchase you. I'm there to take something from you. I'm even paying you again. And you're telling me that I'm parked at my own risk. If someone is parked, it's different when valuables are in the car. And someone comes to take that. Fine. That is at your own risk. But parking a whole car, I don't know per se you're quite young swaka see a pimpim, na even ram more.
But when you go, it says parking at your own risk.
No.
So
It
meaning that
doesn't
they are
make-
not going
it
to pay
doesn't
for
make
damages.
sense. They need to pay for damages.
Oh, you think they need to
They
pay?
really need to pay
You
for
think
damages.
they need to pay for damages?
And so a rich person can even sue them. Because you are telling me I'm parking at my own risk. No, that doesn't
Anyways.
make sense to you.
Oh, it doesn't. But
In a way, it does.
so no, not in a way it does. But at least if the organization has insurance,
At least compensate
Yeah,
them.
it's
But you can't say
compensate
that. Oh, no. Humans.
people were actually bashing them in the comment
yeah,
section.
they would.
and
They have to.
it wasn't actually easy. It's sad. All right, so let's dive straight into our news headline for today. I have authorized termination of about 100 Ghana Post staff. Sam George, the Minister for Communications, Digital Technology and Innovation, Samuel Nati George, has announced the termination of nearly 100 staff members at Ghana Post, citing irregularities in their recruitment process. He said the decision is part of an ongoing rotalization effort aimed at streamlining operations within the ministry and its agencies. Speaking to the press on Tuesday, the minister explained the challenges he faced upon assuming office, including an inflated workforce. The minister emphasized his commitment to ensuring efficiency and accountability within the ministry, noting that the routinization process would continue in the sector. the Ningo Pram legislator emphasized that he is on a mission to clean up the ministry to make sure that it is lean and efficient and carries out its works. So this is what Sam George is saying. So the Minister for Communications and Digital Technology and then Innovations, which is Samuel Nati George, has terminated nearly 100 staff members at the Ghana Post due to irregular recruitment process. Why hasn't taken long for them to identify all of this thing? And they're already 3 months into power.
Why has it taken them a longer period of time to
and what is the exact irregularity practices they are citing right here?
Okay, so when I read the irregularities is basically based on recruitment after December 7th elections and also backdated documents. So obviously some people were recruited but not in the right process, and as he said, he can't take up a messed up institution or a messed up job. If you are a boss or if you are given the opportunity to govern over some people and you get to know that there are certain mistakes in, I believe you make sure that you pick that bad seeds out of the good ones. Let me use the financial sector for example. Mostly in some companies, when an accountant resumes power, he makes sure that he takes the book of the past one in power and go through date by date, figure by figure, and make sure that there is no irregularities. And if there is irregularities, he makes sure to question that person or question the institution, or he can even go as far as suing that person. Because if he or she doesn't do that, no better also. And I believe no one wants stress. We were saying that this government is a government who claim that they would create jobs for these youth. But it looks like, what are they doing? They are rather terminating us. They are terminating these people. I wouldn't support them 100%, but I believe that once there's irregularities with these things, the best thing I feel they can do with the GES, for example, they gave room to these people to present their valid documents. So I believe they should also give the opportunity to these people to give for them to have the chance to bring their valid documents. If they are fit for the job, then they go ahead for them to be employed. But if they are not fit for the job, they need to go, because they can't be wasting money on people who cannot bring productivity into the country.
Miss Debbie,
my concern is, why would you wait till December 7th before you recruit or employ someone into a company or an institution? And we all also know that before a person is being recruited or employed, you are supposed to pass through the necessary procedures and stuffs. Your CV or whatever it's called has to be scrutinized and checked whether you are fit for that purpose. But looking at the way things has gone, I felt like there was no proper scrutinization to ensure whether the person is fit for the job or not. And I don't know if you remember, there was this member of parliament who said that it will be very sad because they might employ you and you will be happy, but then the next definitely when the next government comes in, they are going to appoint new people, new CEOs or whatever into that institution, and you may not be paid. So how painful it is for you to be working in the company whilst you are not being paid. You might be allowed in the company without being sacked, but trust me, no one is working for free, let me say it that way, because it's because of something you are working. You need something to cater for maybe your needs, that's why you are working. But it's very bad and it's very sad at the same time. We have a lot of people, or a lot of citizens were crying out there that they want to be employed, and the previous government was in power for 8 good years. You were not able to employ these people. You heard their pleas, their cry, but you decided to just keep quiet. And then when it was December 7th, you were now recruiting people. And trust me, myself, I'll be happy, because just imagine you staying in the house after graduation for 5 years or 4 years without being employed. Automatically, you have become a burden even on your parents. Because you are being fed, and a lot of, even yourself, you won't feel that happy. And then just imagine all of a sudden the government said he's recruiting people. You will not even think, you'll be happy because you need this job. So they could have done that earlier. And we all know that every company or institution has a limit on the number of people they might employ. Maybe they might be in need of only 10 people, or maybe 2 people to replace some staffs, or maybe something to attend to something very urgent in that particular institution. But in this case, I'm sure they won't even wait for that. They're just recruiting the people just like that, because it's time for you to be recruited. So just bring any whatever you have that qualifies you without going through it to ensure that you are fit for it. So what Sam George is saying is good. Definitely, he's going to terminate them.
But do you think he's being genuine, or simply because these people are actually affiliated to the previous government?
No.
Because there have been some backstories and then some rumors that these people were actually employed simply because I promised that I'm going to give you a job. And it looks like right now that they are leaving power, that is when they thought it's wise to actually employ these people after the December 7th. Do you think it's politically motivated, or is for a genuine reason?
Some just dismissing.
Them.
It's for a genuine reason. This is not politically motivated. Let's just face the fact as it is. I said earlier on that every company, every institution has a limit on the number, even in government sectors. They have a limit on the number of people they employ. You cannot employ a workforce like more than the workload in that particular company. But here lies the case, since they are employing people, they do not even check that. And we know that, I'm sure they pay these people, right?
Yes.
And I'm sure the government has allocated funds for all the government institutions. Maybe this particular institution, 10 billion will be moving to this institution every month. And this institution, 20 billion will be moving into that every month. But here lies the case, you've recruited people more than that. How will they pay you? So I understand. I forgot the name of that particular member of parliament. His suggestion was also right, because if I'm a new CEO and I'm being posted to that institution, I look at the number of people per what comes in. Maybe you were recruited, but your name is not even part of the list of workers being identified in that particular institution.
Okay.
So you might be working, but you are not recognized. Will you prefer that? I prefer you should rather prefer being sacked.
Okay.
But rather than working without receiving anything, but you transport every day.
But per other institutions here, the spokesperson for the president, he said that they are going to give them the chance to reapply again, and if they qualify, they are going to give them the job. That has to do with other institutions. But regards to this minister, we are not hearing anything like that.
I'm sure he will definitely do that, but maybe he's not putting it out there for us to know.
Why are you not putting it out there? When you sack these
when
people,
you sack them, at least you put it out there. So maybe due to these irregularities, I think maybe you can apply again, and then if you really qualify the job and you really deserve to be in that position, why won't we give you the chance to do that? But here lies again, I feel as if it wasn't done well.
What if all the people that came here are not qualified? So what should he do?
Oh, but definitely at least maybe you are going to get like one or something.
It is his job to employ, and I feel like as well as terminate. But we all know that these people were recruited in a way that is not pleasable to the eye, and I say pleasable to the current government, because you can't wait after how many years in administration and just recently recruit people. So as she said, is it really politically motivated? I would say in a way yes, in a way no, because these people are linked to the past government.
Yes,
and we all will testify to the fact that a lot of people have been a lot of people's job has been taken away from them, and new people are now in power now. So in a way, I'll say it's politically motivated. And some people are saying that because it is politically motivated, these people are going ahead to sack professionals and rather replacing them with party loyalties. Even some people who campaigned for NDC would come out and say they were there for NDC, so why are they not giving them jobs?
Okay.
And we know some people who publicly campaigned for NDC, and at the end they got an appointment. But
here lies the case. This is actually a government who are making noise about employment. And now you are doing sacking people.
Why should you also wait till December 7th before you recruit people? Once you know that these people
we get it that is due to irregularities, as they stated, that is due to irregularities that they are sacking these people. But at least I feel like if you think you are qualified, why don't you reapply again? Then we use the due process or the appropriate process to employ you, rather than you just dismissing them and not saying anything to them. Because it wasn't stated.
I know, but definitely I know there is something like that. I would definitely go on before they will be sacked.
Now that takes me back to his comment he made that the Ningo Prampram legislator emphasized that he is on a mission to clean up the ministry to make sure that it is lean and efficient and carries out its works. You sacking people or dismissing people to ensure that it is lean and efficient. If it is lean, how is it going to be efficient? Please, can you clarify?
It will definitely be a majority doesn't mean
lean and efficient. So that means that you are reducing the number of workers in the organization.
We have two people who can actually do everything.
Excuse me,
I'm telling you, and the progress of the work is to continue.
That is you placing more burden on them.
It's not like that. Okay, let's be sincere to ourselves. As it is now, we have a lot of companies that do not recruit more people again. That is why, as an individual, you have to know everything. Let's take our work for instance. We have someone who can handle the camera, who can read the news, who can report and do. I'm not saying that you are giving yourself pressure. Just imagine you going for an interview, and then someone comes.
Wait,
let me land.
Okay.
And then someone comes in, and then the person can actually read only the news. You, as the employer, tell me, who will you pick?
In as much as you are going to pick someone with multi-talents, but I feel like if you want work to go on faster and then smoothly,
you know what, with this issue, I feel that then they should start everybody in.
Then he should be the only person
sector.
To work.
Not even the only person. He should start everyone in the working sector and employ robots.
Robots
can do
everything.
I mean, reducing the number of people to, I mean, what is he saying? He said that he wants to reduce the number, like lean workforce, right? It doesn't mean that he's going to sack everybody at all, like everybody at all to remain with maybe 2 or 3 people. No, maybe he's going to work with the workers that has already been employed, but the new people that have add up, which he feels like their presence there is not going to add nor subtract anything from that institution, they needs to be sacked.
All right, due to time, I'm not going to go back and forth with this, so let's move on to our next headline. Afenyo marking NDC only persecuting opponents, violating their human rights. Minority leader Alexander Afenyo Markin has launched a scathing critique of the current NDC government, accusing them of prioritizing propaganda over governance and failing to deliver on promises to the Ghanaian people. He alleged that the administration entered office without a coherent plan to address critical issues such as job creation, support for fish folk, and assistance for farmers. The minority leader further accused the government of engaging in political persecution, claiming that their primary focus has been to target and arrest political opponents while denying them fundamental human rights. Afenyo di Asembeba. This is what Afenyo is saying. that is the minority leader. He claims that the NDC government is more focused on political propaganda rather than delivering on promises made to Ghanaians. He urges the administration assume office without concrete strategies to tackle issues such as job creation and agricultural assistance. What do you make of it? Do you agree with him?
No.
You agree?
I don't agree with him. I don't. But how will you say that the NDC government is prioritizing propaganda over
political
governance
propaganda, and then they have no strategy, they have no plan?
What shows that they have no strategy and they have no plan? You see, when this current government came on power, we are seeing what they are doing. We've seen the kind of plans they've put ahead. We've seen the committees, they've come up with to silence certain things in this country. And meetings, stakeholders meeting, dialogue meetings they've held to ensure that things are going on well, especially when it has to do with the economy and everything that it concerns. So why will you make such a comment if not for propaganda? Why will you make such a comment? You've been in, I don't understand why the New Patriotic Party of late want to make a story out of anything or want to backlash anything that comes from the quarters of the National Democratic Congress. We've experienced your government. Yes, we did. And we are experiencing a new government as well. Why can't you just be silent and then allow us to experience this new government and see where they are taking us to? You have been in power for 8 good years. What did you do for us? As a people, you are talking about employment. How many people did you employ? You came out giving us figures that were not real, and saying a lot of things. You've employed 2.6 million. You've employed 2.6 million jobless youth in this country, and we still have youth who go out to complain, lament, and cry out that they need to be employed. You never employed them until December 7th, due for election. Does it mean you wanted to win a favor from them? Or does it mean you were doing that so they can vote you into power again? But trust me, they voted you out. So why are you crying out? I feel like this is the time they, as a party, I know he's leading them and he has to do anything at all to defend his party. But trust me, he has to sit down and then assess themselves again. The New Patriotic Party as a whole, they have to assess themselves, what they did wrong, what they should do right, to attract favor from them, from the party. But this is a new government that came into power, and they are doing. You said they didn't do anything, but they are empowering youth to venture into agriculture. This in Kuku and Kitten. Do you know there is money in this thing, this farming, like when it has to do with birds and all stuffs? They are doing it. For me, I believe they are doing it. But you see, since you left power, they just came, and this 1 year they are trying to fix the loopholes you have left behind. So why not just keep quiet and allow them do their work? After the 4 terms, we the citizens will be the judge ourselves whether they've done it well or not. We will correct them. You are not the one to tell us that they are not doing well, or look at what they are doing. No, this is not the right thing. This is what they are supposed to do. You are not the one to tell us that. Let we the citizens be the judge, because but don't come and be telling us that it's a political propaganda and they promised this, they didn't do it, they promised that. The promises you made, how many did you fulfill? Thank you, ma.
Miss Regina.
The promises you made, how many did you fulfill? He was talking about jobs and agricultural sector. And as she said, this past administration came out to lie to us vehemently that they created they said they created 1 million jobs.
2.6 million jobs.
2.6. No, I think they said 1 something and rather employed 2 something.
Yeah, they employed 2.6 million
and created 1.6 million jobs. So 1 for the way. And this, as she said, in Kokon Kitten, a lot of money is in this thing.
Would you like to venture into?
Oh yes. Hey.
Wow.
Hey,
This is real
There is
business.
money.
It is real, even
Sure.
though it has its own hurdles, it has its own risk involved, but it is real money.
Money.
It is real money, trust me. And it will take time. It will take time. These people, they brought a whole lot of initiatives, saying that they will give us jobs, they will create jobs. Whereas we didn't see anything, but they came out to still lie to us that they gave us job, because we are dumb to the extent that, excuse me to say, we don't have sense in our brains, we don't have sense in our heads, so they feel they can say whatever they want to say to us. And also to our Afenyo Makin, I feel it is high time he's been blacklisted. Oh yes,
Blacklisted. That is a minority leader.
yes, but
But you have to behave as such.
during your
I think he
tenure-
needs to be called to order.
Exactly. During your tenure, what did you do? What did you say about the happenings? I also saw that he was talking about political leaders being arrested and a whole lot, people's human rights being infringed upon in this current government. Are we seriously going to talk about people's human rights being infringed upon? When humans, Ghanaian citizens who we feel we are in a democratic country, have the right to come out to protest on an ongoing situation that we do not find pleasing, but you go ahead and arrest us, detain us unlawfully. You know, mind you, you can't detain someone more than 24 hours without charge. But these protesters were detained for over how many weeks? 2 weeks.
Then he's here saying that
He's here talking about
violating human rights.
Hey, just political leaders no. Omuhu here saying citizens no.
I think the violating of human rights has to do with the raid that has gone on so far.
And the raid, they've justified it. We've also sat here to explain, justify the point. So which one is?
But do you think that this current government has been committed with the issue of job creation so far?
He's on the verge of doing that.
Exactly. And even with the Commander Sugar Factory?
Yeah, the Commander Sugar Factory.
Almost islands they'll be running shifts. And almost 6,000 or 7,000 people will be employed. So just imagine if 6,000 or 7,000 people will be employed times 2.
Yeah. And you know, recently he said very soon we'll be producing our own books or whatever.
Exactly.
This is also going to create jobs for
Yes,
people.
rather than just say everything is import in Ghana here. Akukoye madie import, toothpick import, akoko 9 import, everything import.
Everything is being imported. Wow. But we
besides,
claim
you know,
we're actually
sometimes
independent.
those people come to learn from us and then
And then
they
go.
yeah. Shit. And you know what is painful? Sometimes they come for our own people,
Yeah.
our own people here to that place, and
Yes.
then they employ them, they pay them very
Well.
well. Can you imagine paying you very
Mana.
well, giving you accommodation and
Hey.
everything on top? Will you come back? No.
No.
And our working condition here is very poor and very bad.
Here
I'm not saying I'm
pay
leaving,
you,
no, but
they
wait.
pay you
Per hour.
per hour.
Yeah.
Per hour, how many 16
You see,
Wow.
that's imagine somebody coming to tell you, I'm
Please.
going to give you a job offer of
Our
let me say
wages
billions of
will
cedis.
increase like.
How much? A day, how much do you eat?
All right, please. Moving on to our final story. Finance Minister pushes for capital market reopening, assures Ghana won't default. Finance Minister Dr. Kesel Ato-Forson has underscored the need to reopen Ghana's capital market, emphasizing the critical role of pension funds in restoring investor confidence and driving economic stability. He also assured that the current government will not default on its financial commitments. He stressed that the government is fully aware of its obligations in 2027 and 2028 and it's proactively operationalizing the sinking fund to provide strong backing for longer-term bonds. Speaking during a meeting with pension fund representative, Dr. Forson highlighted that reopening the capital market is in the collective interest of all stakeholders, as it will help lower inflation, stabilize the city, and restore confidence in financial markets. He urged pension funds to support the initiative, noting that their core purpose is to invest in bonds. So Dr. Kizo Atoforsen stresses the importance of restoring investor confidence through capital markets reactivation. He urges pension funds to support the initiative, emphasizing their role in stabilizing financial markets. So Forsen also declares that Ghana will not default on its financial commitments, particularly in 2027 and 2028. The government is also reactivating the sinking fund to provide a financial cushion for long-term bonds. And finally, the initiative aims to reduce inflation, stabilize the cedi, and restore investor confidence. Someone may ask, what is the capital market? So the capital market is a financial marketplace where long-term investments such as stocks and bonds are bought and sold. It helps businesses, governments, and individuals raise funds for long-term projects and economic growth. Do you think that is a good initiative he's bringing right there?
Yeah, I feel it is a very great initiative, and one thing I was happy about was making sure that he said words, and not only words. I feel they should really work on that to really restore, especially people outside who invest, especially foreign investors, to restore the trust and hope in Ghana again, because there are instances where people who put their money in the bank or something, and we know that sometimes there's a long period of time you can go for certain options where you not have access to your money for 100 years, 10 years, 20 years, and at the end of the day you go for your money, then your money is not there. What did they use the money for? With that money, the government uses that money to do whatever economic restructuring they want to do. If it's to pay debt, if it's to do anything, they do it. But sometimes it will get to a point, even I think was it Akufo-Addo's tenure, pension stakeholders were crying for their money. These people came out protesting, crying for their money, and up till now I don't know how that has gone about. I don't know if they've really settled these people and all that. But if there is no trust in the, as he said, capital market system, if there is no trust in it, there's no way even anyone would invest their money. With this American, is it Blackson or
Blackson.
We should also even use him as an example.
Okay.
He lost his money in the process, but when this administration came, they made sure that his money was refunded to him. So the trust is more important. It's not only about talking about the money. It's not only saying that we would make sure this and this and this and this is put in the right place, but practicality. They say when you want someone to trust you, your words or your works, not only your words, your works really need to do the talking for you. So I feel it is a very great move and we would applaud them.
All right, Ms. Debbie.
Restoring the confidence of
investors
is key to developing the economy, because most of the time these investors, the more they invest, the more it grows, and when it grows and you the investor, you benefit. Where you are saving the money, even the country of Ghana as a whole also benefits from that. But you see, it's very sad, because these domestic debt exchange program and stuff that they brought about some time ago during the previous government, they overspent to the extent that they were actually pushing their hand into the money of pensioners, you see, and it's very bad, into the hands of these they brought something like, is it debt structuring or hair cutting or whatever it is, and you see all these things actually brings down the confidence we have in our banking sectors and also in the government as well, because it all boils down again to the government, because they will say that they've received, what's the name, call, is it a call from above or whatever it is. So restoring trust in investment is very important. If I don't trust you, there is no way I'll come and invest into your company or whatever you do, because at the end of the day, if I feel like I'm going to lose, I won't do that. And if I lost trust in you, there is no way I'll come and invest with you. So it is important we build that kind of trust as well, and ensure that it's very transparent. And you see what the previous government has done, it has, I would say 90% of investors, even both in Africa and in Ghana and even outside, foreign countries that comes, or foreign investors that comes to invest in our country here, have lost trust. Because I cannot come and be investing, and then at the end of the day, the story I'm getting does not tally. But as I'm coming to invest with you, I know definitely there are plans you put out to me, and there are things I'm supposed to know. But if that contract is being signed, and then at the end of the day, you are not saying, or you are not doing accordingly, how do you want me to feel? And so building trust is very key, even in investing, as I'm saying. Because if I don't trust, I won't come and invest. And trust me, the trust in investing here is low. So I feel like even though we want to bring back this confidence and investor, we should ensure that that trust does not also fade away.
Yeah, I think the initiative the minister has brought on is quite encouraging. But as you need to walk the talk. We don't need just verbal assurances, but we need action as well, action assurances. And I think if these things are put into place, it's going to go a long way. All right. So this is where we draw the curtains for our news headline review for today. Up next, we have Debbie's Drill.
It's another Wednesday. Good morning and thank you for joining me on The Biz Grow, where we speak to matters of the state, matters of concerns. I mean, we do not just speak to any issue at all, but we speak to issues that concerns to the state. Now, a story catched my attention yesterday, and I would like us to look into it. You are reaping what you sowed. Miracle Abuaje slains Mahama over Galamsey fight. So a member of the communication team of the New Patriotic Party, Dennis Miracle Abuaje, has criticized President John Mahama over his supposed inability to fight illegal mining known as Galamsey. He said the president and some persons who claimed to be neutral weaponized and politicized social issue during the era of Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. 2 weeks to an election, you were calling for the government to shut down the country and declare a state of emergency. You did this not because you sincerely wanted Galamsey to end, but simply because you felt it was your way of making the government unpopular, so you win an election. Now you are reaping what you sowed, and painfully the entire country has suffered the consequences of your selfishness, he said. So Mr. Miracle Abuaje is saying that President Mahama has woefully failed in the fight against illegal mining, and according to him, President Mahama is reaping what he has sowed. Now I want to ask the communication member of the New Patriotic Party, Mr. Miracle Abuaje, what exactly has President Mahama sowed that he's reaping? I mean, we're in this country where you people came about singing chorus of curbing illegal mining, but where did it get to? Were we not here where excavators were bent? Did they still solve illegal mining? This current government came into power not quite long, but we are seeing what they are doing. They are putting things in place, measures in place, taking alternative steps to ensure that illegal mining is kept. Why don't we keep quiet and then watch what is going on, whether it's going to end war or not? Because they've just started the race. And sitting back here, we cannot conclude because the race has not yet ended. And you are here ranting that President Mahama is reaping what he has not sown. And he did that in the previous government because he wants to make your government unpopular. Maybe you don't know, the New Patriotic Party is already unpopular. No one is making it unpopular. President Mahama is not making the MPP party unpopular. You promised to fight illegal mining. Maybe you have forgotten. Former President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo promised us that he's going to put his presidency on the line to fight illegal mining. What did we see? What did we see? Deploying military men on site to fight illegal mining. And allegedly, it was claimed that they ended up, conniving with the people. And today you come telling us that President Mahama is reaping what is sown because he spoke against illegal mining during your time. Because he wants to make your government unpopular. No one is making your government unpopular. Can we stop politicizing everything that has to do with concerns of the state? This is a national interest. Illegal mining is a national interest. You promised us heaven on earth to curb illegal mining. What did we see? Nothing. If only you will be sincere to yourself, and if only the New Patriotic Party will be sincere to themselves, that you have woefully failed when it comes to curbing illegal mining. Your government have woefully failed. And as a communication member, I was thinking you get it. But coming out to say this does not tally. It doesn't tally. The excavators you bent, the ones you actually brought it in your possession, how did it went? I want you to come out and tell us. You see, I always say that you people want to politicize anything at all. This is not something we should politicize. And this illegal mining is not something that we should be pointing at people. You didn't do it well. We were doing it. And then you came and you did that. No. Illegal mining is something like a collective effort for us to fight it. But looks like we don't really do that. All that we know is, coming out to say things. And maybe you forgot it. The Africa Defense Forum Military Magazine report that from 2008 to 2013, over 50,000 Chinese entered the country to mine gold illegally. And still we still have Chinese nationals that's coming to this country and then they mine illegally and they are allowed to go scot-free. Aisha Wan, whatever. She came into this country. She was caught red-handed. Someone who is not a Ghanaian national having Ghana card. And up till now, that issue has died out. And instead of you coming out accepting the fact that yes, we did all we could to fight illegal money, but just listen, we failed. But we are hoping and we are supporting the current government to fight illegal money. Mind you, Ghana is not for your party. Ghana is not for the New Patriotic Party. Ghana is not for the National Democratic Congress. Ghana is for everybody. And so when we are fighting it for the benefit of everybody in this country. But in a case where you want to politicize this and make it look as if you nearly bring illegal money to a halt, then please, you are making a very big mistake at that. A very big one. Because as I said, your party failed woefully in curbing illegal money. In fact, you did nothing. You did nothing. You tried your best, but to me it was nothing. And now you are coming to say that they are reaping what they sow. You are rather reaping what you've sown. Because you didn't fight against, and I'm sure illegal mining was part. It was part of the whole issue why, you are no more in power now. Because you promised that you said all you could. And trust me, if this current government also failed in their promises or whatever, we are also going to boot them out. Just like the way they did to you, the citizens are going to do same to this current government. because we've seen that politicians of late want to get on our nerves. They want to do what pleases them and not what pleases the citizens. I just want to remind you that no one is reaping what they sow. We are still on the fight against illegal mining until the term of this current president ends. No one is reaping what he sowed. Till their term ends, then we will analyze whether they've really fought illegal mining or they've worsened it. So please, next time, when coming out to say things that is very sensitive like this, please be mindful, because your government failed. Thank you for making time with me on Debbie's Girl.
Thank you so much. And that was Debbie's Grill. Grilling, toasting, heat. Thank you so much, Miss Debbie. All right. So, Miss Regina, what do you have for us today?
All right. Thank you very much. So, welcome to Today in History. And did you know, live on GhanaTalks breakfast show. So, moving on. Today in history, 1991, a group of military officers led by General Amadou Traoré overthrew the president of Mali, Moussa Traoré, in a coup d'etat. The coup came after the violent suppression of a student-led protest in Bamako on 22nd of March. It is estimated that 300 people were killed. Traoré was tried and condemned to death twice following his overthrow in 1993 for political crimes, including killings of demonstrators in the anti-government protest in March 1991. And again in 1999, along with his wife, for economic crimes, embezzlement of state funds. 2008, Today in History. So today is a World Purple Day, celebrated annually on March 26th. It is a global initiative to raise awareness about epilepsy and encourage open conversations about living with seizures, with people around the world wearing purple and hosting events to promote understanding and support. Moving on, 1992, the UN Security Council authorized a large and expensive peacekeeping operation in Somalia, deploying over 22,000 troops from 27 nations, marking the largest and costliest UN operation at the time. 1986, Today in History. South Africa and Lesotho issued a joint statement that their respective territories were not to be used for acts of terrorism against each other. Moving to Did You Know for today. So, did you know that goosebumps are caused by a muscle? At the base of every hair follicle are tiny fan-shaped muscles called arrector pili. These muscles contract when the body is cold in an effort to warm the body up, and causes a person's hair to stand up straight on their skin. That is popularly known as goosebumps. Did you also know that there's a Guinness World Record for the stretchiest skin? Hailing from the United Kingdom, Gary Turner holds the Guinness World Record for the stretchiest skin due to the fact that he can pull the skin on his stomach 15.8 centimeters. He is able to achieve this almost impossible feat thanks to a collagen defective condition called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Did you know that the sun makes a sound but we can't hear it? In the form of pressure waves, the sun does make a sound. The wavelength of the pressure waves from the sun is measured in hundreds of miles. However, meaning they are far beyond the range of human hearing, but the sun do make a sound. Did you also know that you can actually die laughing? Yes, in as much as laughing is good, but you can die laughing, and a number of people have actually died, typically due to intense laughter causing a heart attack or suffocation. So comedy shows should come with a warning: you will die laughing too hard. And so to Mr. Anna was some akoma. You will die laughing. So please. How is there a peaceful death? Okay, so moving to our last did you know for today. So this is to my beautiful and precious lady. So did you know that it is possible to be heavily pregnant and not realize it? Yes, you heard that right. So a phenomenon known as cryptic pregnancy, studies suggest that roughly 1 in 500 pregnancies go unnoticed until at least halfway through, and 1 in 2,500 pregnancies also noticed until labor starts. So there are some people who wouldn't know they are pregnant until they go to the hospital for checkup, and there are also some people who wouldn't notice they are pregnant until labor starts to kick in. So that term is known as cryptic pregnancy. So our dear ladies, please be careful. And that's all for today on Today in History and Did You Know, live on GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Miss Regina Bless. Cryptic pregnancy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I've experienced. I've
experienced.
I've seen that. No,
she has experienced it.
Oh, what?
Sorry,
Wow.
I've seen it. No, I've actually seen it before. A friend of mine, you know, she went through such a pregnancy.
Okay.
She herself, she didn't know she
didn't
was
know.
pregnant.
Yeah.
She said her abdomen. They should take her to the hospital. They did, and then she came back with the baby. She's married now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's married now.
How would that feel? Knowing
That you are not, you get
Is it that till 9 months you still don't know your pregnant?
Yeah, till 9 months you still wouldn't know.
But sometimes
we didn't even see her belly.
We take minor
Just crumbs. It was just crumbs. But I think that particular night it was very intensive.
Yeah.
So she told her mom to take her to the hospital.
So that is the labor.
Yeah, she came out and then she came with a baby boy. I was like, wow, because we see her around and then you wouldn't even know
she herself doesn't know
she's even pregnant. But at a point she was actually bloating. She thought it was just normal weight gain. But
and you know, with such people, they still have their period.
Yes, they still have their period.
So be careful.
Would you pray for that?
No.
No, but if I get married,
if I'm married, cool,
yeah.
Right now, no.
Yeah,
I jump and pass.
If you're married, that's good. You know,
If you are not,
if you're not, hey, Charlie.
you don't know you are
By this time,
pregnant.
yeah,
You get
no,
to the
no.
hospital and come back with a baby.
You're now going to make arrangements and then buy baby stuff for
By
your
this
baby.
I'm not yet solid.
Oh.
Solid enough.
And I learned today is World Epilepsy Day.
Yes, well, you see,
Please, you yourself, you didn't know.
I knew yesterday. Internet, let me share, yeah, purple woman.
Oh, so today is World Epilepsy Day.
Yeah.
26th March.
Every
Every year in 26th March we celebrate World
Epilepsy.
And the color, but why purple though?
I don't know. They didn't give any specific
Breast cancer
reason.
is pink.
Breast cancer is pink.
But why is that one also pink? Is our breast pink?
It's because ladies like pink.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
So it's because
not all ladies, because me, I don't like pink.
I don't like pink.
It's just nice, but
It's so girlish.
yeah, but it wouldn't be something that's, you know. Yeah. So Linda Oklu has announced she's the Greater Accra Regional Minister. And then she says there's 126 street lights has been repaired in her first 50 days in the office.
Woohoo.
You know, when she assumed office, she said in her first 50 days, she is going to fix 70% of our street lights.
Yeah, she said that.
Yes, and now she says that 126 street lights have been repaired
Wow.
in her first 50 days.
This is the
Is
kind
it-
of
Is it an
ministers we want.
improvement?
It is an
126 in her first 50 days.
And she has been able to repair how many?
126 in her first
I can't
50
say
days.
2. No, she would repair 126.
No, she said in her first 50 days in office, she's going to fix 70% of
70.
street lights,
Alright.
and now she has fixed 126 street
And I
lights.
feel it's more than that 70% she actually brought out. Or
No, I
it's
think that would be
less.
like 50%, if
50%.
if I'm not wrong.
And her 50 days is just next week on Monday.
And it's up. People are counting for her.
Baby.
Wambeye ni nyina.
Oh, but come
Oh,
on.
but traffic
But do you think?
she said herself.
Yeah, and I think
She did
for
well.
her making an effort at
Yeah.
least to repair 126, do you think is an improvement?
It is an improvement. As,
Very big
I
one.
was saying earlier, this is the kind of ministers we really want. A minister who would stand by their words, who would act on their words and give us actions and results. But not a minister who would come just lie to us with words, sweeten our ears with words, and that is it, not on Matiada. But for her to go as far as taxing herself, she taxed herself, she set her target, and even though that target is not fully should I say achieved, but she has been able to do half of it, and I feel it is a very great move. This means that there's more room for improvement.
There's
it
more room
also
for
means
improvement.
that she will do it, and she will do it well. So I believe and trust in her.
Yeah, she has walked.
Her 50
the
days is
talk.
actually up. It was
Yeah.
up yesterday.
Yeah, she has walked.
Really?
the
Yeah,
talk.
her 50 days is up. It was
I
up
thought she said
yesterday.
31st March to be the deadline.
Oh no, it was yesterday, 25th.
She
Then
has done
can
well. She has done
continue the
well.
rest.
And as I said, she has walked the talk, because we've heard a lot of people who promised and they never did anything, but she has done something,
Yeah.
which means that when she's given the opportunity, she will do
She will
more
do
and
more.
better.
She will do more
So
and
just
better.
imagine she said this and she didn't do anything about it.
The way we will bash it.
Na so bad
We will
sure.
roast it. And
has
I'm
done-
very sure Debbie will grow
Oh,
her.
definitely, I will.
Debbie's girl.
Debbie's girl is going to grow
And you
her.
know, one thing I like about her, so I know she will be an example to her colleagues if only they are ready to learn and also do the will of their people. Because what she has done, she has really done well. No wonder she's a woman.
No wonder.
You know, women actually
We have-
always
Omo
keep their
abada, yeah.
promises.
But how did
And
she
women,
do
yeah,
it?
wabadaye.
How did she?
How did she
Except
do it?
for
How did she do it? They had it.
They had
they had what?
$80 million.
mistake.
You will pay.
Only her she will pay.
And then
I don't know you.
I'll be going with you people.
I don't know you.
I'm not part
I
of the
wasn't in the
breakfast
studio
team.
that day.
Witness one, witness two.
So we know VGMA is coming up.
Yeah.
VGMA is coming up, and George Quay, he was the former head of communications for Charterhouse, the organizers of the Telecel Ghana Music Awards. And then on the headline saying that it's shameful for artists to be ignorant of the CGMA submission process. You know, some artists have actually come out to say that, hey, men, we are bossa, but they haven't nominated it. And I learned you actually have to fill a form or send an application before your music will be nominated. And he has come out to say that it's actually a shame. You know, people, ignorance is not an excuse.
Yeah.
For you to say that, oh, Nami
Ignorance is a
name,
disease.
it's not an excuse. Well, yeah,
But
wishing them the
this-
best. If you want
Fine.
your music to be nominated, I think you should fill an application form and then submit
And
it.
yeah, that is where they'll nominate you.
Yes.
And even at that, sometimes our works do speak for us. Our works really do speak for us. It's not only about you doing. I learned that before they nominate you, it's not only about your song or your album, but a lot of musical concerts you've done so far. It also really counts. So the musicians, it's not only about releasing a song, but what you put into it and all that.
Yeah, so we are anticipating for the TGMA Awards. Who takes what? Who takes what? All right. Thank you so much.
It's okay. That's fine.
We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to the Daybreak News on GhanaTalks Radio. Coming up this morning, minority vows to resist intimidation by Attorney General. You can arrest all of us, we'll still defeat you in 2028. Afenyo marking to Mahama government. Supreme Court dismisses injunction against President's security appointment, and Ghana National Fire Service apologizes to Ashanti Regional Minister over controversial remarks. This business, sports and showbiz is coming in this morning's bulletin. The news will be read by Awentemi Akansukum. Now, the details. The minority in Parliament has stated that it will resist any form of intimidation by the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Dr. Dominic Ayine. This follows a warning issued by the Attorney General to the minority leader in Parliament, Alexander Afenyo-Markin, accusing him of distorting facts regarding a recent security operation at the residence of former Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison. Addressing journalists, the Member of Parliament for Swami and Legal Counsel to the Minority Caucus, John Darko, cautioned the Attorney General against issuing threats of defamation suits against lawmakers. We shall not be intimidated by threats of defamation suits, either from the Attorney General or his asides. Has the Attorney General forgotten so soon, since he joined the executive branch, that it is the responsibility of the legislature to hold the executive branch accountable? Has he forgotten? We must ask him, because a few months ago he was a full member of his chamber until he joined the executive. Now, the minority leader Alexander Afenyo-Markin has accused the Mahama administration of using state institutions to harass political opponents. The minority leader asserts that no level of intimidation or political persecution would deter the opposition's determination to remain steadfast and reclaim power in the 2028 elections. Speaking during the debate on the 2025 budget on Tuesday, 25th March, Afenyo-Markin claimed, "You can arrest all of us, but we will remain resolute. No amount of intimidation will break our spirit. In 2028, we'll defeat you and restore through governance to this country." Afenyo-Markin criticized the National Democratic Congress government for allegedly misusing the justice system to suppress dissent, asserting that governance should prioritize national development over political persecution. He called on his opposition colleagues to remain resolute and not be discouraged by what he termed politically motivated arrests. Afenyo-Markin reassured supporters that the minority is dedicated to upholding democracy and ensuring government accountability. Now, to some other stories, the Supreme Court has dismissed as moot an injunction application seeking to prevent the President from replacing the Inspector General of Police and other security chiefs. The ruling follows former President John Mahama's decision to appoint COP Christian Tete Yohonu as a new Inspector General of Police, replacing Dr. George Ekufu-Nampare. Additionally, Mahama made leadership changes across other security agencies, including the Ghana Armed Forces, Ghana Prison Service, and the Ghana Immigration Service. The injunction application was filed by Imani Africa and security analyst Professor Kwesi Enin, who sought to block what they perceived as an attempt by the president to preempt the Supreme Court's ruling on the substantive case challenging the president's authority to unilaterally dismiss security chiefs. In their suit, the plaintiffs argued that the Constitution suggests that security service chiefs, once appointed, can only be removed based on state misconduct. During the hearing, the Supreme Court questioned whether the application has become moot since the president has already made the appointment. However, lawyers for the plaintiffs contended that this was precisely why they had filed the injunction. Despite this argument, the Supreme Court dismissed the application, ruling that the injunction did not prevent the president from carrying out his constitutionally mandated duties. The court has scheduled May 7 for its final judgment on whether the president has the power to determine and terminate the appointment of security chiefs without proof of misconduct. Now, the Ghana National Fire Service (GNFS) has extended an unreserved apology to the Ashanti Regional Minister following some controversial remarks made by a member of its public relations team. The remarks related to the recent devastating fire at Edum in Kumasi sparked public outrage and prompted swift action by the leadership of the GNFS. In a letter dated March 24, 2025, Acting Chief Fire Officer Daniela M. Nto Sapong expressed deep regret on behalf of the service for the inappropriate comments made by Audio L. Alex King Nate, a public relations team member. The correspondent highlighted the GNFS's unwavering response and respect for the minister's office and acknowledged the impact of the comment. The Ghana National Fire Service praised the minister for his leadership during the emergency, particularly his role in coordinating efforts to manage and mitigate the fire outbreak. The letter stated, "We sincerely appreciate your sacrifices and tireless efforts that greatly contributed to the operational response during this unfortunate incident. To demonstrate its commitment to professionalism, the Ghana National Fire Service assured the minister that disciplinary actions will be taken to prevent a repeat of such incident." The service also reaffirmed its dedication to supporting ongoing efforts to reduce fire outbreaks across the region. Now, moving straight to some business, Ghana lost an estimated $1.2 billion in gold revenue in 2022 due to illegal smuggling. Finance Minister Dr. Kesiel Atoforsin revealed the illicit outflow of 60 tons of gold came at the peak of the country's economic crisis, depriving the economy of critical foreign exchange and government revenue. Addressing stakeholders after a meeting with officials from the UK-Ghana Gold Project, Dr. Atoforsin outlined the government's renewed efforts to curb gold smuggling and ensure Ghana benefit fully from its mineral wealth. The UK-Ghana Gold Program is focused on breaking the link between illegal artisanal mining and serious organized crime, a challenge that has long plunged Ghana's gold sector. The finance minister indicated that a major step in this direction is the establishment of the Ghana Gold Board. The new regulatory body, he said, would oversee the gold sector, tackle illegal trade, and promote responsible sourcing in line with global standards such as the London Bullion Market Association certification. Now, to some sport, Mohammed Husseinu, a 21-year-old, has been sentenced to 100 days in prison by an Accra district court for invading the pitch during Ghana's match against Chad at the Accra Sports Stadium Friday, March 21. Husseinu's action disrupted the game, an offense that could lead to financial penalties for the Ghana Football Association, as the association often faces fines for such incidents. Pitch invasion are regarded as a serious breach of security, disrupting the smooth operation of matches. The sentencing sends a strong message to fans, urging them to respect stadium regulations and maintain order during games. The GFA has repeatedly called on supporters to refrain from such behavior, stressing the importance of discipline and adherence to matchday protocols to avoid fines and uphold Ghana's reputation in the international football. Now, moving straight to some showbiz this morning. Ghanaian musician Chief One has responded to rumors regarding his loss at the Telecel Ghana Music Award nominee jam and opined his thoughts on his future ambition. Speaking with Andy Dusty, Chief One acknowledged was not disappointed for losing the 2023 Best New Artist Award to Last Made, contrary to rumors that he was angry, though because he also worked that time, he worked very hard and he got the people too, so no problem. I didn't say anything serious. I only complained about TGMA, I think 2024, because of Toyota. That's all, he said. Chief One also explained why he did not file for nominations in 2025 Telecel Ghana Music Award. I didn't file. Sometimes I don't want my fans to lose money anyhow. I think I need to work hard. If it is loud, nobody can say anything, he explained. Chief One emphasized that he aims to reach a level where his success is undeniable in some major categories like Artist of the Year or Afrobeat. Chief One's interview with Andy Dusty provided insight into his thoughts on his past experiences and future ambitions. And that's it with the Daybreak News on Ghana Talks Radio. Log on to www.GhanaTalksRadio.com for more of these stories. The news was read by Awentemi Akansukumasi. Thanks so much for making time. Good morning.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Ghana Talks Radio, #1. Ghana Talks Radio, number 1.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast. French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bliss.
Deborah Adoso.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
This is GhanaTalks Radio, the best station rocking the nation. GhanaTalks Radio, number 1.
Good morning and welcome to GhanaTalks Radio. This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. The weather today. Yes, so back again on your airwaves. It's me, Pakwesi Omare, and my co-hostess, AC Nam. Welcome you to the show once again. Later on the show, we will be having our guest join us, Paul Amwakon, also known as Star Boy. He is the NPP executive member and also NPP's communications team member. He will be joining us very soon in the studios to get the conversations underway. But before that, how was the weather yesterday at your end? The rains. How did they affect you? Did it give you some good sleep, or did they distract your sleep? Did anything in your house or your areas get spoiled or distracted, damaged? As we all see Ghana to happen whenever there is some small rains in the capital. But yeah, Izzy.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing well, not doing well, happy.
Why? What's happening? What happened? Why are you not doing well?
I slept in darkness yesterday. In fact, my phone has been off since.
Oh my bad.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about
Yes, this government is not trying so many things on our behalf, but whenever you say it,
then you are going to blame the government.
No,
again.
but I'm not in charge of ECG. Who is in charge of the power?
So ECG assures power restoration after Tuesday's rainstorm. Relax.
They assures it.
Yes.
Today is Wednesday, and
Today
I still don't
Wednesday.
have flight
They
at
say
all.
after Tuesday, so probably today, right after today, they're gonna sort the issue out. But I got very disappointed and very sad when I saw that there was a light outage in the airport.
Yeah, it was very disturbing. Like
they
you
don't
see
have a
people
second
stranded.
option.
I'm shocked. Like airports.
Like a whole airport, and then light just goes off. And
Why are they even on the usual terminals?
I feel they should be on plans rather.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know. It's embarrassing. It's a shame.
The rain actually really spoiled things for people yesterday.
But
it wasn't that really heavy here yesterday.
Well, my end it was really heavy.
It was
Really, really heavy. Like you see trees falling, you see stores flying in the air.
Hey, you saw stuff flying there.
I saw a store flying. So one biscuit in the shop got out of the.
Is God that angry with us?
I'm shocked. I don't think God is angry.
Is God not angry with us?
I
that
think
he
he
make
was.
a stuff fly.
He saw me very hungry. So when the shop was flying,
Uh-uh.
the biscuit was coming
So what
down.
did
Then
you
I,
do?
hey,
Did you catch it?
I caught it.
Oh my God!
I caught it.
Oh,
Sure.
that's nice.
Oh yes. So that's one good thing about the rain. But aside that, every other thing wasn't so good at all.
Oh yes, I saw in the news as well the ANC mall.
Yeah.
That has to do with their solar panel actually
Yeah,
falling
it
on cars.
Fell. It fell. That is another thing. Like, so what are they going to do now? Repair the cars for the people?
Let me read what
Read something
their
from
PRO
what you
came
say.
say. Official statement on solar panel collapse at ANC Mall. We regret to inform you that not long ago, the solar panel structure in our parking area collapsed due to heavy rain. Thankfully, no injuries were recorded. Our team, along with relevant authorities, is on site to manage the situation and ensure a swift resolution. We sincerely apologize for any distress or inconvenience and this has caused and appreciate your patience as we work to address the situation. Your safety remains our top priority.
Wow.
We will keep the public informed on any updates.
Wow.
Speaking from as a PR student,
Yeah.
I think it was a good thing they came out to give
give a
this
statement,
release. At
okay.
least it's an assurance, and then they have apologized.
Yeah.
But here lies the case: God being so good, no injuries were recorded.
Yeah.
What about the cars?
That's my problem now. So if let's say 10 cars got
They didn't
damaged,
say anything about
About
their
the
cars
cars
in the.
and
That should tell you
yeah.
that they don't care. Now I already know before you even go and park in the mall, they've put some. Is it? You park at your own risk.
really?
Oh yes, when you go to the malls,
Whoa.
you park at your own risk. I don't know if you've seen it before at
The Accra Mall.
Accra Mall.
I haven't really seen
it's there.
these things. Wow.
You park at your own risk. So if you haven't stated it in your release, what are you trying to say?
See, like you don't care about that.
At least there should be some kind of like
Wow.
compensation.
Yeah, they should be. They should be. I don't know, but
I
I think
people
they
were
might
roasting
have-
them in the comment section after they release.
Wow, this is interesting. I never knew that was how it worked, but let's just hope they come to a reasonable
Yes.
compensation for the people whose cars got damaged.
Yeah.
There was another news that I saw yesterday that there was this car which it seems it's a new car, unregistered car. Because of the
Really?
rains, yes. He actually parked because of the rains.
Okay.
He wanted the rains to stop before he continues his journey.
Okay.
Now, unfortunately, where he parked, a tree fell on the car. The car is damaged. The guy was stuck and trapped.
Was
in
it the
car.
one that happened at Kotobabi?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, Charlie.
How
It's
are they going
bad,
to
oh.
see? Asemo. Then the rain. You know when it comes, this is actually a natural disaster. So it's not like we are going to blame somebody.
Yeah.
But when
yeah,
things
yeah.
like this happen, I
Yeah.
think there should be some kind of like proactiveness. They should be very swift about it to rectify the issue.
The
and
issue. So okay.
Then, yeah.
But sometimes I get to understand why God gives us the heat in Accra. Oh, because whenever it rains, we get to experience some of these unfortunate incidents, and it's the same cycle every now and then. Oh, Charlie. Well, yeah, back on the airwaves, as we said. This is Ghana Talks Radio. You're welcome on Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Join us on our platforms. Let's hear from you at Ghana Talks Radio on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, and on X Also, you can join on our WhatsApp platform 0202544614 0202544614. We are streaming live on YouTube as well, so you can join, send your comments, views, and suggestions, whatever you have for us to hear, and we will get interactive with you. Fortunately for us, we have the guest in the studio, and we will be getting the conversations underway very soon. Paul, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good by the grace of God.
We thank God. We thank God.
I'm doing very, very well.
How was the rains at your end?
It actually didn't rain.
Wow.
But we experienced some wind.
Wait.
Yeah,
No, I
but
didn't hear that.
it didn't rain in my area.
Where do you live?
I'm a satellite.
Alright.
Yeah. It
What
didn't.
did you people do?
No. It usually rains at our place very, very, very,
Very
yeah.
often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that, maybe from next month going,
It
we
will
can experience
rain.
rainfall from April to December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that.
Amasama.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Amasama into Suhum. In Sawam.
It can rain.
It can rain.
It can rain every day.
Like
then
it
let
can
me
rain
move
the
there.
whole
They
day.
like rains, we used to be.
Let me move
no,
there.
we
I
don't.
when I want to wash,
I used to stay at in Sawam.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
See,
see.
it can rain from dawn to dawn. Like you can't step out to do anything.
Oh, wow.
And it's not rains like this small heavy rains.
Heavy rains.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like it.
Heavy rains.
Me do ejuma na ato me pon ani jai. Me do fia na ato.
And yeah, when ya. So that's why those areas are normally seen with farming and all that going on, because they have the rains.
Then
there.
they'll cultivate very well.
Yeah.
You know one thing, Eastern region is full of mountains.
Yeah.
Yes.
So those living around Eastern region, or
The
close to Eastern
mountainous
region,
areas.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. Well, we will be getting the conversations underway right away. The topics for the day, the first topic we're going to look at is the implications of corruption allegations in Ghana's public sector. Something that has become like a natural canker.
Yeah. A very huge
Corruption
one.
has been the country's biggest headache, hindering our development, our growth, our economical stability, our finance. Like, I don't know. I don't know why corruption has become so attractive to us as a people. And especially in the public sector, people who are being appointed, granted the opportunity to
We've
serve
given
the
them
country.
the mandate to come and serve us. They are rather milking from us.
And we will be looking at the review of the oral committee's
yeah.
release. But before that, let's look at one of the issues that has been making waves ever since the release of that oral committee's thing. The Edubuahin case. This man, he's actually the director for the National Signals Bureau.
Yeah.
Is it still
Okay, he was.
He was, yeah.
Yes, in the previous government, the NPP's administration. He was the and we've come to bear in light some of the things he did, some corrupt deeds.
Is it allegations?
Well, this is coming from the Attorney General.
From that
Yeah,
Attorney General.
but then he hasn't been charged yet, so he hasn't been charged or prosecuted. So and he hasn't been found guilty. So let's say we should just call them allegations
Okay,
until he's found guilty.
okay,
So let's put it that way.
okay. But it is these allegations that leads to the charging and
Yeah,
prosecution.
and then the
So we
prosecution.
still have a case of that. But then, why do you think corruption has become so attractive in the public sector?
In the public sector.
There's one thing that I would like to say. I'm a youth of this country. I'm a youth there.
Yeah.
No matter what this, I will stand for my country. Corruption is not a good thing. Yeah, because the country is not developing just because of these corrupt officials and other things.
Yeah.
So corruption is not a good thing, and we should all not support corruption. But most of the times, they get away. Most of these officials.
Yeah.
How many of them have been jailed? From, let's say, maybe Rawlings's time, or
Yeah.
let's see how many of them have been jailed. You know, like mostly they go away. They just do the corrupt activities and then they just go away, which is a bad thing. If people are being jailed like more often, or even if your own party can persecute you, if they find any corrupt activities in your office or in your ministry or your agency or your state agency or institution, they can persecute you, your own party. I think this corruption activities will be a thing of the past.
Okay, so you believe that it's the cure for this canker could actually begin from the political parties.
Yeah, the cure can begin from the political parties.
Okay.
Yeah, when they themselves hold people that they've appointed in office accountable. Yeah, I think the people will be afraid.
Okay.
I remember our own president, our former president, Nana Dakuku Fado, came in with the office of the special prosecutor. Why we didn't see any of the people in his government being persecuted. Allegations. Not from Muhidi. So that's one thing. People just get away after the corrupt activities. They just get away. We can count how many of them have been jailed. And also when they are being jailed, you see people holding placards, free this, because they think it's witch hunting.
Okay.
So the youth of this country. But for me, if anybody is being persecuted for any corrupt activities, me, I will not stand with anybody. I'm not going to stand. I stand with this, free this. No, I'm not going to do that thing. No, it's I don't know why I have to do that thing.
Yeah.
Once you are being found guilty by our court, I don't think I have to do this free this. No, because you're in a party or something. No, we won't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't support corruption.
Yeah.
So people get away after they are being caught or something. Because this thing, let's say the Attorney General, we are waiting for him to charge these people.
Yes.
But if he doesn't charge them and they just come to public and they just make noises or they just come in, because what he came to do, I think, is the court of public opinion.
Okay.
That I don't know if we have to give our opinions on the issue or whatever. No. If you have something against the man, you don't need to come and make a press conference. Just go ahead and charge the person. Just go ahead and charge the person. Yesterday I was watching a video on X, which they were interviewing the Deputy Attorney General, and then he was saying something like the case is a little bit complex. No, once you found evidence, no excuses.
Okay. Well, we actually heard the Attorney General say that he wouldn't want to prosecute anyone without concrete evidence. Prosecuting him and then later on going to find evidence against the person. So probably that is why. So do you think that then he should have waited?
No, for now that when he came out with the press conference, he was saying he gave out certain things or certain corrupt activities that the man has done. He was mentioning them. He bought then transferred money to his
actually
so
he wasn't making that statement in regards to the Edubuahin case. He was making in regards to the gift to Waris and the
with the Edubuahin, he mentioned $7 million. So
no, I'm actually saying that when he said he doesn't want to prosecute anyone without much evidence.
Now, Edubuahin has not been charged. But he's still in the custody of the NIA, but he hasn't been charged. What are they waiting for? They should charge the person. Because for now you have concrete evidence, and you don't need our opinions again. You have concrete evidence.
Okay.
Coming to the press conference wouldn't do anything.
So you think the press conference wasn't
necessary?
It wasn't necessary. The press conference was just to divert our attention from the Galamsey Kanka.
Really?
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah.
On what grounds?
The press conference was just there, just to divert that. You know, right now the media has now started doing this Galamsey investigations and other things, and then people are now rising. The youth are now rising about the Galamsey. If you go on X on all social media platforms, you can see the youth are not talking about Galamsey. The media is talking about Galamsey. Because how they promised to come and fight Galamsey, this 3 months, and then people are still mining. So that's what I was saying. If you have any charges, just go to the court, prosecute them. No, there's no press conference. After I did the press conference, now everybody's talking about it, about the corrupt, and then the raiding and other things. Now as people are forgetting that there's even Galamsey going on.
Wow. Wow.
People are discussing this corrupted.
So it was a political gimmick to divert attention from the
Sentence.
real issue that.
If you have any case against the person, take the person to court. Charge the person.
Okay.
Now the person is, I think, it's in the custody of NIB or
Yeah.
if NIB or I don't know if National Security or NIB.
Yeah,
or
I think it's the national security.
National Security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's the custody of, so what are they waiting for? They should just charge the person.
Mm.
We don't need any public opinion to come and give us, to come and tell us they did this, they did this. If you go to court, by all means, we will hear. When Opuni and others were persecuted, we didn't do any press conference.
Okay.
Just,
But
it will be in the news. It will be in the
Okay.
graphics. It will be in the news that he has been persecuted or he has been charged for this.
you
But we
see-
don't have to do the press conference. Because the press conference, what was it trying to achieve with the press conference?
No, I think that Ghanaians have been loud when it comes to transparency
Yeah.
with government
Yeah.
communication. So
Yeah.
maybe the government was just trying to be transparent,
Transparent with
updating us on every step
Mm-hmm.
along the way.
It wasn't necessary.
Really.
The transparency, you haven't charged the person. So now, yesterday I heard the lawyers of Mr. Dubois trying to say they also sue the Attorney General for defamation.
Okay.
Yeah, for defamation because he has been found guilty. Yeah, just these are our allegations. Until he's found guilty, before you can come even make a press conference about that. He was he was charged because of this. You haven't charged the person, and then you are out making all these allegations. You get it. I'm not supporting Mr. Dubois,
Yeah.
but the Attorney General should do the right thing.
Okay.
It's simple. We don't need any press conference on whatever. Even about Rifta Wari, we don't need any press conference. We are just after gathering the evidence, just continue.
Okay.
So would the defamation suit also hold if he's found guilty?
It's no hold. But I don't know. I'm saying I don't know what he has seen. Because I don't know what he has seen. Because they face allegations against him.
Okay.
You get it. So I don't know what he has seen that he also is also trying to sue the Attorney General.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know what he has seen. Maybe he thinks he's not guilty. Maybe he thinks he's not guilty. Because he hasn't been charged and then the court hasn't found him guilty. You get it? Yeah. So the Attorney General should just go ahead with his work and with his job and just prosecute the people. If he thinks he has the evidence now, we don't need any press conference.
But with the money that they said it was purposely meant for a government project that he was supposed to use that money for, and then he didn't use that money. He actually diverted that money into his personal account. Is that not enough evidence to even charge him?
So what is he waiting for? You have the evidence. That's what I'm saying. You have the evidence. So what is he waiting for?
No, because you were saying that he hasn't been found guilty yet.
He hasn't been found guilty until the court. Only the court can prove him guilty.
Okay.
What they are making allegations. I can say, oh, Mr. Mari did this wrong transaction. He sent some money to you. Whatever I'm saying, the allegations that I'm just alleging. Until the court will prove him guilty, I will say they are all allegations. I can be a suspect. They get it. We can describe him as a suspect, but he's not a criminal.
So only the court can declare that.
Only the court can declare that. For now, he's just a suspect.
Okay.
Until the court will declare him guilty, before we can just say yes. And whatever they are saying is true. You get it? Yeah. So I think the Attorney General, the Minister of Justice, should just continue with his work. What we should do? Now you have more evidence. You have enough evidence now.
Yeah.
So now we don't need.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. He was just trying to do this just to divert attention. Once you have the evidence, just go and prosecute him and file him.
But how would you feel if if he hasn't brought this to light? But all we hear in the news that this person has actually been charged.
Has been charged for this. But when he's been charged, they'll put down the crimes. He has been charged for this. It will be in the graphic. It will be in the news, and we all hear it.
Okay.
Once it's being charged, it will be in the news.
But I feel that with regards to what Omari is saying, that maybe they just want to be transparent with us. That is why they had to do.
With the transparency, that's what I'm saying. Once it's being charged, it will be in the news. It will be in the graphics. It will be in the media. You all hear about it. When Opuni was being tried at court, everybody heard about it. When the Saglemi issue,
Yeah.
Colin Stada, we all heard about it. No press conference, but we all heard about it.
Paul, do you believe in transparency?
I believe in transparency.
Okay. Do you believe that it helps with government procedurals?
Yeah.
When it comes to especially prosecution of matters and all that.
I believe in that.
Because sometimes there
But
are so
to me-
many
to me-
propaganda. People insinuate things. People
Yeah.
allegate things that
Yeah.
you see this person saying that this person saying. So when we hear from the
source.
institution itself
Yes.
briefing us on it, don't you think it's in the right?
The
Yeah.
Attorney General is the state lawyer, right? Is the state lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What he has to do is to prosecute them. When he prosecute them, the charges will be out. Everybody will know why he has been prosecuted. We all get to know it.
So you still stand by your
It wasn't
assertion that it
necessary
was
for the
a
attorney-
political gimmick to divert attention from the
From
Galamsey
the-
issue.
it's just a gimmick. You know, this raiding of people's houses and hard things,
Yeah.
they're all gimmicks. You know, they went for control warrant to go and search. Is it the former governor,
Yeah.
Mr. Ernest Addison?
Addison, yeah.
They had a search warrant to go and search his house. But even if you have a search warrant, you have to show the person. I cannot just come. Like even if a police wants to search, let's say me or Mr. Murray,
Yeah.
and with a warrant, he will show the warrant to Mr. Murray that Mr. Murray, I have a search warrant that I have to search you.
Okay.
Maybe not your house, but maybe even you. You can't just come and stop you and start searching your car or just searching.
But then has the former governor of Bank of Ghana come out
Himself.
to say that he
yeah,
wasn't
even the national security boss has apologized. The same day that thing happened, he apologized.
the national
What
security
did he
boss.
apologize for?
For the radio, they didn't show him the search warrant. They didn't show
where did he
So they had
the
apologize?
same day, the
So
same
they
day.
had
national-
warrants, but they didn't
That's
show
you
it
can
to
search.
him.
You can search online. The same day,
Okay.
you can just Google and search online or just search on the portal.
Okay.
So they had a warrant, but they didn't show it to
Show
him.
it to him,
Okay.
and then that's why it's called raiding. Raiding doesn't mean you have to break glasses or break doors before you enter. You can't.
Was any glass broken?
I said
Nothing.
raiding doesn't mean you have to break the
Okay.
door before you enter.
All right.
You can just enter unlawfully.
Okay.
When it can be here, somebody can enter here unlawfully.
All right.
It can still be raiding.
Sure.
And then they spoil things in this room. Some cameras and other things.
With that,
I think that was all in the warrant. These are things that they said.
That's
are
how I
going
say.
to benefit
So
the
just
investigations.
just let's case they were saying Mr. Addison is having some security whatever that he can
That is linked
that he
to-
can link to the Bank of Ghana.
The Bank-
But the
Ghana.
Attorney General actually said he has no evidence to prove that.
That's why I was saying what they were all saying initially. What the national security people were saying is that he has some cameras or whatever linked to the Bank of Ghana. So you
Is
can
that
see-
what the national security said?
most of them? That was what was in the news.
So you see,
so you are not
don't you
hearing
think-
from the source.
So that's what I'm
And
saying.
it's
Don't you think
conflicting
That's what I'm saying.
things.
No, the Attorney General is not the source. The national security
No.
people are the source.
So-
They went to raid. They went for the warrant.
But then, we heard the the Attorney General's office say that they are aware. In fact, they granted the warrant
The warrant.
to the
Yeah.
National Security
The National Security
Service.
Agency.
Now, they've
So-
come out to say that
Yeah.
the Attorney General's office has come out again to say that in regards to the surveillance camera in the news, they can't speak to that fact because they don't have clear evidence. So don't you think this is evidence of the essence of transparency and the Attorney General coming
No,
out
so
to really
Speak out himself.
so do you think Addison will also lie?
What has Addison said?
He said that even 10,000 said this was stolen.
That was said by Addison.
10,000 said
I never heard
No,
that from
in
him.
in our press conference,
I
the
never heard that
minority,
from him.
the minority
But
heard.
Addison
No,
Addison doesn't come out to
Addison
say
would
that.
tell the minority, but the minority will not just come out at the press conference and say Mr. Addison's money is missing. The minority we can't just come out at the press conference and just say
Okay.
that. Yeah, you know we are doing this on behalf of Mr. Addison.
Okay.
You get it? We did a press conference on behalf of Mr. Addison, so we cannot say what he told us after the raiding. He will tell us that this and this happened in my house. So we the minority, we come out with a press conference,
Okay.
and this and this happened. So I don't think the minority will just come and lie that this wasn't the killing of this. So that's what I'm saying. They should just show him the search warrant before you go in and search. That's lawful. But if you just go and raid without showing the warrant, it's unlawful. I can't just come here. Maybe I have the warrant, but maybe I have to show it to the manager or the owner of the police that I've been given a warrant to search into this office.
Okay.
Because of this, and even when they went there about the CCTV camera, that okay, let's say he's saying he has no evidence about the CCTV camera, the cameras that link into the Bank of Ghana.
Yeah.
And so for that one, I will not talk about it because if you have to talk about it, I'll ask, did they go there with experts to verify that truly these cameras are linked to Bank of Ghana?
But one thing is that
No,
they can't prove it in his house. If for any case at all, they would have to take the camera, go to the air officers, examine it.
Hey, what I saw in the news.
What? Yeah.
Hey, what I saw in the news and what the Attorney General said, they said they didn't destroy any camera. What they took was the hard drive.
Yeah.
That was the hard drive.
Yeah.
That was
But
all
the
what
pictures
they,
that
and I believe that is all what they
The
need.
pictures we were seeing in our room, in this room, you saw the videos and pictures of Mr. Addison's room. Unless maybe you didn't see them, you saw that they destroyed certain things. But
what did they destroy, Paul?
we saw some screens and other things that has been destroyed.
Oh, you saw screens as well.
Yeah. So I don't think Mr. Addison will just come out with this.
I think that if anything at all, if we are hearing from Addison, then we can speak.
The minority did the press conference on behalf.
Are you sure?
On behalf of Addison, yes.
So if
we did a press conference on behalf of Addison,
it was Addison who told them that this and this is false, this and this.
The minority will not just come out and just forge something, just come and say no.
Okay.
We respect Ghanaians. We can just come out and just come and forge anything and say.
Okay.
So per your submission, you said it wasn't necessary for the Attorney General to come out and then come and say that this person has done this. If you think the person if you have evidence, you should just go straight away and then
prosecute them. Because this thing you are doing, people can run away. You get it? Once you have the evidence, you come to public, make press conferences. Before people can run with bus. They can travel with bus through or to Togo or Nigeria or to Cote d'Ivoire, other places.
Okay.
So making these allegations before you realize he is gone or he or she is gone.
Okay.
You get it?
Okay.
Yeah. Before you realize that person will be even be gone. We can pass through that Burkina through the north through to Burkina or to the west through or through the east to either Togo, Nigeria or anywhere.
Okay.
So some of these things, if you have the evidence, we prosecute the person. When you prosecute the person, then you can come out that this person has been charged for this and this and this. Then we know that you are working as an Attorney General. You get it?
Yeah.
But you haven't charged the person. Okay. You're just letting us know what he has done without him being charged.
Okay. So, Paul, do you believe in all the things, the evidences that the Attorney General put out, that they have evidence of him transferring money from this account to this account?
For now, that's what I'm saying. I will call all of these allegations until the court, because maybe when it's being charged, you go to court and you'll be asked that he has transferred this money to this account.
Okay.
True? Is it true or false? You'll be there to answer.
All right.
So if it's true, you answer. If it's false, you answer. So that's what I'm saying.
Then,
until he has been charged and found guilty,
as
just allegations. No, just allegations.
Okay.
You get it? I can even go to court and then say Mr. Omari killed this woman.
Yeah.
You're a suspect.
Okay.
Or to the court, they will call you to court. I've charged you with a case, with another case. They'll call you, Mr. Omari, so that you killed his son or his daughter. True or false? No, I didn't kill. I didn't kill him. I don't kill her.
Okay.
Okay. So what are you saying? Before you can say, yeah, I've not even seen a daughter before. I've not. So until then, I think all these are allegations. That's what I'm saying. If you have the evidence, let's go ahead and prosecute them. Initially, what you're saying was trying to gather more evidence. Now you have the evidence now. You just charge them.
Okay.
You go ahead. After prosecuting them, you come out.
Okay.
Now I've prosecuted these people for this and this. I've prosecuted maybe the NSS boss for this and this.
Okay.
Then we know that you are working. But just come out. I don't know if he wants to seek opinion from the public court. The two of us, all of us here are the public court opinion. Yeah. So, because are we the one going to prosecute him? No.
Okay.
So when they give us those evidence, now we should be aware that he did this.
All
no.
Right.
So why is it that when that takes me back to Mr. Addison's case? Why is it that when Mr. Addison realized that the jewelry and then the money has been stolen. Why didn't he go to the police to go and report that? But the minority had to hold a press conference.
That's what I'm saying. He also did a mistake. I would say he also made a mistake. But if you also think your items has been missing, has been stolen, you can also go to the police and make a case.
Okay.
Yeah, instead of telling the manager to make a press conference, but he didn't. Yeah, so he also made a mistake over there.
So we can also treat that as mere allegations.
Mere allegations
as well.
Okay. But Paul, the fact that, what do you think of the Attorney General's office now?
Settings.
You still don't believe they are in for accountability. They are just in for
settings.
What do you mean by settings? Motivated.
There are people he has been clearing.
Okay.
He's into fight corruption.
Okay.
He's into fight corruption.
Yeah.
He's not the one to even persecute, or he's not the one to those who were in court, those who were charged that he came to withdraw all those cases. He came to withdraw all those cases without even, like, he should have made a press conference. That's this and this and why didn't he hear any press conference about those people that he withdrawn the case?
Does he really owe the nation a press conference or explanation as to why he does something or not do it?
It doesn't owe us any explanation. That's why I'm saying this thing he did. It was just to divert attention on the Galamsey issue.
Oh, come on. But we were all here when they said they are forming an oral committee.
So the oral committee,
I believe it's due for them.
The oral committee,
right for them to come and report to us what they've uncovered.
The oral committee has no power to prosecute anybody.
Yeah.
The oral committee has no power to prosecute. So the oral committee, after the investigations, they will bring all to
Attorney General. Okay.
That will just go and charge them.
No, but okay.
But when you charge them, you get to know.
Okay.
That yes, the real team did this, and then you prosecuted the person.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. We don't need any explanation. Come briefing us that this and this. We don't need any explanation. We don't need any briefing.
You think they don't need to report to us?
On the when the person is being after the person is being charged, they can come and brief us that this person has been charged because of this and this and this. Right now, you're just making me allegations about the person. That's why the person is also trying to sue. You get even Kenneth Furata was also saying he's also going to sue. Is it the Attorney General or the OSP? The OSP. You get it? Yeah, because certain things shouldn't be done a certain way.
All right. Now, Paul, the oral.
Yeah.
Before they started the operations, they made it clear. In fact, they put out streams of communicating to them that whoever has any information that could lead to corruptions that needs investigations and what so, they did that. So after the oral have had that rapport with the public, they get information presented to the Attorney General. Don't you think the public who served this information to the oral team deserves to hear from what has been of the information they give out?
Yeah, so what has been of the information? Just a press conference. Have they been prosecuted? We've given information about these people. Have they been prosecuted? That's the first question you have to ask yourself. And give them information about this person, about this woman, about this man, that he has stolen some government money, or he or she has looted some government money. What has happened? Just a press conference.
Okay.
The person hasn't been charged. The person is still working freely. Maybe only the NSB boss who is in the custody of the national security, but the rest are working freely.
Okay. Where is Eduboy?
That's what I'm saying. Only the National Signal Bureau boss who's just there, but the rest are working freely.
Okay.
Gifta Wari was arrested and was given bail the same day.
All right.
Yeah. Right now, I'm also in Senegal. They mentioned one boss says in Senegal and other things.
Yeah.
Even yesterday, he was saying he will come to Ghana.
Okay.
Because he made allegations against him also.
When did he say he was coming?
Yesterday. He said, but he didn't mention the day, but he said he will come.
He said in 3 months' time.
In 3
months' time, but criminal
Senegal
but I don't know what he's doing there. That's what I'm saying. Crime doesn't expire. Crime doesn't expire. A church said they cannot be draw. We prosecute you. Crime doesn't expire.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can charge the person. You can charge the person once it's not in Ghana. The person doesn't have to be in Ghana before you charge him.
Okay.
If you think you have evidence against the person, you can charge him or back what my friend.
All right.
Now, or you can be found wanted. You can once you charge the person, and then we know we are looking for this person, we can just say he's now a wanted person.
Okay.
A fugitive, or how do you say it? I'm not kind of saying cry. A fugitive person. Or,
I think that's the right way.
Yeah.
Now, let's take the case study of Eduboyne. Let's dig into that. We've seen evidence.
We've not seen evidence. The court. The court
No,
has
no,
evidence.
I'm coming.
I would not say. I would not call them evidence.
Paul, I'm coming. I'm coming.
Yeah.
So all the houses that we saw with his name as the owner, that's not an evidence to you that he owns those houses.
He can own those houses.
Okay,
Yeah,
no,
I know he
I'm
can own those houses. Yeah.
Okay, he owns them.
Yeah.
Okay, and that was about how many houses?
27. That was like,
27
yeah.
houses.
27
Okay.
houses.
And if we look at the dates by which these purchases was made,
Yeah.
it was from 2018 coming. So that's just 6 years downwards now, right?
Yeah.
As a public servant, 27 houses in 6 years.
In 6 years.
Paul.
You know, when some people went for vetting,
Yeah.
some were saying they are full-time politicians.
Okay.
Okay.
Others were also saying they have businesses that they do before they get into politics.
Okay.
Right now, I'm not saying it's right, but he can own them.
Okay.
People have real estates. People have real estates. They have about 30 houses. If you come to my area, one person, one estate,
But
about 200
You
houses.
see, when we talk
That's
about
what I'm
real
saying.
estate,
That's what I'm saying.
This is like, no, I'm coming. Real estate is like me buying a house, erecting my houses. Like,
Yeah.
But we have people who can use one day to mount about 30 houses.
one day.
Yeah. Once estate,
Paul.
I lived at satellite.
One day.
I lived at
30
satellite.
houses.
I lived at satellite. Then once estate has about 500 houses. Or starting on. Oh no! When I was starting the estate, I was there.
Okay.
I was in the area.
And one day.
I've lived there for about 15 years.
So in one
He
day.
has many foremen,
Okay.
many mason artisans who are working.
Yeah.
A Pejawi. Within one day, not one lane. A Pejawi na.
One day.
Yeah.
One day.
Hey, Paul.
You can check. I'm not. That's not a lie. Those who live in satellite know this. The masons, the artisans, they know this. When we went there,
comments. I need to hear from people who are watching.
When we went to that area, I've lived in that area. This is 15 June 11 will be June 11 will be 15 years that I've been in that area.
Okay.
So when we went there, there has only been about 3 or 4 houses.
Okay.
But we didn't just blink of an eye. Not that a picture you know. My people my question is source of money.
Okay.
You get people might question source of money.
Don't you question it yourself? Don't you question the fact that a young politician, not even up to 40 years yet, buys 27 houses
For
in
that one,
6 years?
For that one, that's what I'm saying. For now, I'll treat them as mere allegations. Yeah. Until even this area people, when a black guy went for vetting,
Yeah.
he's a full-time politician. He hasn't ever had it before.
Okay.
So should we question how he rents a house at Airport Hills? Because as an MP, what you pay?
So I do remember.
So should we question him about how he has stayed in Airport Hills for about 6 years or 8 years? Yeah. So should we question him also about how
he was actually questioned.
And then he said
Yes,
yeah,
and he said that he wasn't even the owner of the place.
no, so he rents. As an MP, how much do you earn?
Okay.
And then you say you're a full-time politician. You don't have any business. You don't do any business in addition.
Okay.
That means if you're a full-time politician, that means you don't have any business like the way other people have businesses that they do, like in Japan and the rest. So you can question him.
Okay.
Now, how do you also it's part of the oral team. How do you also even pay your rent
Okay.
at Airport Hills? Because we know Airport Hills, the amount they pay as rent, and never tell you do it yourself. Do you get it? So that's what I'm saying. But once he's able to afford it, he's being able to afford it as a full-time politician, not a businessman, not anything. Abraka also maybe you'll be in the early 40s or maybe late 30s or early 40s. But it's also renting at Airport Hills.
So is it right for us to be equalizing this?
I'm not equalizing this.
No,
I'm not.
Let's
I'm not
look
equalizing
at.
this. That's what I'm saying. If he can do that, then you should also question his source.
I think that.
Well, his wife is a lawyer.
Okay.
And then I think so. Because now I've never one monetary now. It will be it sounds some way. So the other lawyers.
But how would it sound some way?
We have other lawyers in this country. It's probably the only lawyer in this country. It's a black person's wife, the only lawyer in this country. And I know every day the cases are within 1 month. The cases that meet you parent.
No, but you see, some lawyers have special clients. They are on
Exactly.
special salaries.
Mr. Murray.
I don't want
Mr.
us to
Murray,
even
Mr. Murray.
divert from the
We
issue that.
are not diverting the
Let's
issue.
look at
Yeah.
let's look at
That's
Edubuahin's
yeah.
issue.
No, once we can question how he bought the houses, we can also question. That's what I'm saying. We can also question
It's not even about.
So unless the
questioning-
court finds me guilty, for me, all these are allegations.
It's not about questioning him buying the houses, but
Yes.
the motive. Like, why would you buy 27 houses
Maybe.
as 34-year-old? 34, right?
Yeah.
27 houses in 6 years. Okay, you say that we've seen politicians come out and say some are full-time, some also have businesses. Do we know any other business that Edubuahin does aside politics?
For the two of us, we don't know. Unless maybe it goes to court, it might prove it there. But for now, the two of us, we don't know.
Okay, so you think there is a particular business?
I don't think, cause I don't know. So I will not assume
Okay.
until he goes to court, and maybe he might prove something there at court. I don't support corruption. What happened? I'm not really happy. I'm saying even if he's being persecuted,
Yeah.
I'll never go to the court or building them or building placards.
Yeah.
Free the wine now. No. I'll not do that thing.
Okay.
Once he's been found guilty, that's what I'm saying. The special prosecutor is sorry. They're telling general to just go ahead.
Okay.
I mean, charge the person.
If he's guilty.
What are they waiting for?
Guilty.
Yeah, what are they waiting for?
All right.
We are saying anyone. Just go ahead and charge him. If he goes to court and he can prove himself there, that's it. But if he can't prove himself, jail instead of what? If 25 years, 20 years, 15 years, whatever, just go and serve it.
Okay.
Yeah, we are good to go.
Is there any other thing you have regarding?
Let me see if you have anything. Just say that.
Oh, I don't
Well,
have
that
anything.
was still with us on Ghana Talks Radio. This Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Our guest in the studio is Paul Amwako, and he's made the assertion that, in fact, the Attorney General is just playing political gimmicks, especially in the case of the Galamsey, which has aroused the anger and frustrations of Ghanaians. So he held a press conference in regards to a corruption issue from the oral committee's investigations, just to divert attention from the Galamsey's issues which has popped up recently in the country that has gotten everyone talking about it. So, well, let's just hope.
Mr.
Paul
Murray,
is right.
I would like you to do just a request.
Yeah, sure.
Yesterday I heard it. I was seeing some news portals reporting that some containers by ECG has missing.
Yeah.
About 1,003 of them are missing. I would like the oral team to also investigate where those containers.
Okay.
Just a request.
Just a request.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would like the oral team just investigate. Once the oral team is there, they shouldn't wait. They should also investigate things happening in this current government as well.
Okay.
It shouldn't be only about the past government.
But Paul, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Do you think that the containers what got missing under the auspices of the current government?
When the Mr. Bujinapo came to make this allegation that there are about 30,000 containers initially. Recently, now Saba said Eswati. So is there under our administration?
What if they go missing before?
Wow.
When he came out that there are 3,000 containers, he came out with a number. Later on, when he came back again, he said the numbers are not up to again. Because which contains cables and transformers and other things. Okay. He came out that there are 30,000 containers on the kind. When I say they are coming and I say they are.
When did he first make those?
I read the but I didn't record it, but I read the portal.
Okay.
When he first made the allegation that there are 3,000 containers from ECG to keep the Dumso issue. And now that about 3,000 containers.
Production.
Now, Ibn Hubi.
Rock.
Ibn Hubi.
Can you please verify this information for me?
I'm trying to check.
When the energy minister first made a comment about some containers being missing in correspondence to the ones that he did yesterday, I would really want to get the clarification on that. But then, yes, it's a good thing that you are making this request to the oral team.
That they should also try to investigate. It shouldn't be only about the past government, or part appointees of the past government. But no, they should also investigate this current government.
Okay. So, but then, what I want to get clear from you is that you believe that this allegation of missing containers, the containers didn't get missing under the previous administration. It's actually got missing under this administration.
Yeah,
that's what you believe.
That's what I said. They should also investigate.
Okay.
Whoever is behind this thing.
Okay. Abu Jinapor said what? 3,000.
Yeah.
They were actually 2,491.
When was that first news given?
Coming, that is not stating it here.
Okay.
Let's continue. I'll look into.
All right. Sure. So, yeah. So, Edo Buahin's case, we just hope that the Attorney General does what is necessary.
Just charge. Those suspects. For now, I will not say they are criminals. For now, I will say they are suspects.
Okay.
Until the court finds them guilty, they are suspects.
Okay.
So you should treat them as suspects.
All right, sure. Now, Paul, moving on to the next topic is the oral briefing itself. The entire oral briefing. Did you listen to it?
No, I didn't listen because I don't believe in the oral team, so I didn't listen. All those people surrounding the oral team, they are all corrupt.
Okay, just
I don't know why you appointed these people as
Paul,
the oral team.
I'm coming. About 1 minute 44 seconds ago, you just told us on this platform that you want the oral team to investigate missing containers.
Missing containers. Yeah.
Do you believe that they have what it takes to investigate that?
That's what I'm saying. They don't even do that.
So in one breath you want them to do something, in another breath you don't believe.
I don't trust the oral team because those people, the members of the oral team committee, the oral team committee, the members there, from their chairman, that's Honorable Kujota Blackwa, to is he DSP or DCOP? I don't know his title. But I don't know his title.
You have Raymond
Nacha, you have Dom Levu, and then lawyer Martin.
Martin Pegu.
They all have scandals around them.
Really? Let's look at some of the scandals surrounding.
You know, Blackwa was it that time? Matamidu was Attorney General. He said he made him forced to make a payment to Isophotones, a Spanish company. Blackwa forced him to make that payment. It was a judgment debt. Later on, the company came back to pay that money.
He forced him to
Attorney General Matamidu, he made that claim. Is it about $40,000 or no? Let me check. About $40,000 to Isophotones, IOSOFOTON. It's a company. Is it a Spanish company? Yeah, Mr. Blackwa forced that. At that time, Blackwa was the deputy information minister during Atamo's era. Okay. May he rest in peace. During his era in 2009, 2010. So you can see some of these people. Now let's come to Domlevo. Domlevo's age is even an issue. It became an issue.
So his age disqualifies.
In 1970, he went to register with SNET, give them your date of birth.
Yeah.
That is 1960. And then in 1973, he went to 73 or something. He went to this thing. Oh, it is. And later on, 1992 or 93, he went back again. Told them that his date of birth is 1961.
Okay.
Changed the date for what purpose? He had even changed his hometown. Initially, he said it's from Togo.
Okay.
When he was registering with Senate, later on, he came that it's from Adan. It's a science of Kumasi.
Okay. So you
some of these people
and Martin Pebu.
We all know how the book, the story about the book that he stole from the author. From the, he was charged in court. He was charged in court.
So he was
He was found guilty here in court. Martin people was found guilty in court.
Okay.
So all these people, this should be watching. This should be watching. I don't know if it's DCOP or it's DSP or I don't know, but I don't know. This cocaine issue now, CCC. I'm forgetting the man's name. Oh, listen. Cocaine than Kokunte. In Ghana. If a two person even made it that when they come to power in 2009, they will charge or prosecute what's his name?
Boache.
Yeah, Boache.
Okay.
Kofi Boache. And now Kosi Baby. Now he's the person they are using. Now we be to make cocaine and Kokunte. Somebody who supported make cocaine to turn to Kokunte flour. So some of these people, that's I'm saying some of these people,
they don't have the moral integrity to even investigate other people
for
their crimes.
They should, like a black card also initial, if you want this routing to work well, you shouldn't even appoint a political person, someone who's in politics, especially from your own party.
But who actually initiated all these investigations into public affairs and all that?
Like
is it not a black one?
The black one investigates his own party.
Wouldn't he? Don't you think he would?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We shouldn't even have brought in.
So if
it should be some neutral people.
Okay, even if Paul, I'm coming. Yeah. Even if as at then nobody has appointed a black one to be investigating anyone.
Yes.
He did it on his own. Okay. So if we believe that there are skeletons in his own party as well, and so he's witch hunting his opposition party, why won't the opposition party also witch hunt a black one in his party?
We are not into witch hunt. We are developing a nation.
And
we are developing a nation.
These when things coming out,
we are developing a nation. Then this is just too much into power. When certain things come, we are waiting for the good board issue. The good board, some people feel good board. No, I've read the bill about 60 pages. But
okay.
I'm just waiting for them to send to Parliament.
Okay.
I've read the bill about the good board.
Yeah.
And some of good board no. I don't know if I should forward it to you.
Oh yeah,
about 60 pages. So I'll just forward the bill, the good board, the bill.
Yeah.
Now to be sent to Parliament.
Okay.
Yeah, I've read the 60 pages of the bill. In same woman, I'm just waiting. But like that's I'm saying, the oral team they shouldn't have been a politician in the oral team. The politician can report the oral team. Like maybe a black one can report that these investigations. She can report everything to the oral team. But he as a politician leading the oral team, I don't think it's a good thing.
Who started all this campaign of this coming out to say this person has made this?
If you have been talking, Anas also has done several investigations. He's a journalist. I mean, about
Anas didn't.
Anas has done several investigations about the corruption and the rest and other people.
Yeah.
And he's also a neutral person. But Anas, we can't use Anas because maybe he can't show his face. But we have people in this country that we can use.
No, are we using them? Here's the case. Ablakwa started this whole investigative thing.
Yeah.
His political oversight.
Yeah.
We have had issues with politicians covering up all these things. We always say that the politicians are the same.
Yeah.
Now we've had one of them come out investigating the politicians themselves.
Yeah.
That is also a problem.
Investigating the position, his opponents. Then this was in power. Then this has been in power in from 2009 to 2017, or from 2009 to 2017.
What are some of the things that when you came to power, didn't you prosecute the President Mahama then?
His appointees.
I'm using President Mahama himself
When he came to power.
Yeah.
No, I don't think President Mahama.
Wasn't he investigated on the Airbus scandal?
Yeah, on the Airbus scandal, yeah. But we didn't prosecute him.
Because he was found not guilty.
Yeah, not guilty.
Okay.
Yeah. So then I'm saying until somebody is found guilty before we can just call the person.
So if a black one,
I'm saying a black one started the investigations only on his opponents, because President Mahama from then this has been in power from 2009 to 2017 January. So if really he wants to work to investigate politicians. From there have been cases in his own party.
Okay.
When DHA.
Okay.
What was doing was just to investigate only his opponents. That's what I'm saying. Even with this, you investigate his own party. You don't do that.
Okay. In 27,
it's not this party unpopular. He won't do that.
Who has been in power in the past 8 years before NDC came to power?
Yeah, MPP.
Okay. All these cases coming up.
Yeah.
Did your party ever prosecute any of its members?
We prosecuted them, and then we prosecuted
name
them.
some of them.
I've never heard of
We
it.
prosecuted the opponent. They were all charged, but the case.
Your party.
Opponent and the rest were charged. But the case wasn't the case wasn't finished, and then this Attorney General came and they just withdraw the cases.
I'm talking about your own party members.
Our own party members. That's during Kufuor's era.
No.
Just
In this 8
the
years.
previous.
When did the Cecilia Adapa case come?
Zilapa's case. Then this can send it to court if they have evidence that she stole any money. Because for now, Zilapa, I don't have any evidence that she stole any money from her ministry. And for now, nobody has come out. They just alleged that they found money, in her room or something. But nobody has come out that she stole money in the ministry. She was in the Ministry of Gender or Sanitation.
Yeah.
Nobody has come out that there was any corrupt activities in her ministry,
Okay.
or she did any corrupt thing during her time. Nobody has come out.
Do you remember in 2022 May 1st? No, it wasn't 1st May, but in May, I think the first week of May, the NDC took a case to the Supreme Court in relation to the e-levy bill getting passed. Do you remember?
Yeah.
What was the case?
No, the e-levy being
What was the case?
No, if the e-levy bill being passed, we are bringing up a bill, and then somebody is against the bill. For that one, they said it's an individual thing. Like right now, that they're bringing the good board issue, the good board bill. I can go to court and make a case, but that doesn't mean the bill has not even yet been passed, and there's no corrupt activities like until then.
When was the bill passed?
In 2022.
Which month?
For the month, I can't really tell.
The bill was introduced in March.
In March.
Got passed in April.
And then
NDC took it to May, to court in May.
Okay.
So the bill had been passed.
And then they took it to court that there've been some criminal cases or corrupt cases about
So
the
the
levy.
bill shouldn't have been passed, but then it has been passed.
I'm
So
saying
it brings it to court.
what was the case that listened to court? What was the charge that the corrupt scandals around the e-levy?
So was the case being attended to by the courts under your administration?
For that one, I'll leave it to the court.
Why?
I that's what I'm saying. I don't work in the judiciary. And then they have no. Listen, cases in court. We don't have to undermine our judiciary system. We don't have to undermine them.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have to undermine them.
So your final say on the oral briefing?
With the oral briefing, the oral, for me, I think they shouldn't have made a politician lead the oral team. That it will be very difficult for even that same person to even investigate some people to make his party unpopular. That one, the idea that one, he will not investigate his own party to make his own party unpopular. Yeah, and then some people say they are grooming him. So do you think they do something to make his own party unpopular? No. So the oral team should have find neutral people. Martin Pebu, I will not say it's a neutral, but I'll just put it into bracket. It's neutral there. And so that neutral, sir. The levels neutrality, and so that neutral, sir, because he had an appointment by the same John Mahama. So I'll not say he's that neutral.
He's neutral.
Let me say for Kofi Buachi, for him I can say he is neutral.
Okay.
He's a police officer, a security expert. So for him I can say, and then Acha, I can say Acha is also neutral.
Okay.
And then let me say them level, and then who else? And then Blackwa himself, he's a politician. So for me, the oral team itself, I wanted people who were neutral that can investigate every party. Then we just back them with some constitutional laws. We just back them with some legal rights so that they can work.
Okay.
It's people who are neutral. Okay. You can even chip in the Yoko boss and other things. They're not politically appointed, right?
Yeah.
The Yoko boss.
Yeah.
So you can just chip in some of these people. Then they help with investigations.
Okay.
Yeah. So the oral team, they've done a very good job. Very, 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 very good job. Edakoma Attorney General. If evidence are there, he should just charge them.
You should just
But that if he charges them and they found guilty, that's when we get to know that and yes settings.
Okay.
Some of these things they can do some of these things just to make them people unpopular. That's why I'm saying they should just charge the person.
Okay.
They can do some of these things. This like this yesterday on X. Everybody was talking about Edigwan. Initially it was about the Galamsey issue. Later on it switched. After the press conference, then it switched to Mr. Edigwan's issue. On next, the youth were now forgetting about the Galamsey issue, and they were all talking about Mr. Edigwan. He was trending some sign up away.
Okay.
He's still trending.
Okay.
He's still trending. So I think one of the oil team has done their job. They have done their part, and I don't think that they finished. Or maybe because now Black was not a minister for foreign affairs, so I don't think he will even be having time with this investigation again. Initially, he was just an MP.
Okay.
And now that committee so.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
It's not time. Yes, but for now that he's a minister,
He's a minister.
I don't even think you even get time. Don't even let him go. You to come on interior minister. Somebody like that with the oral team. Can even make an interior minister?
Okay.
They will know you are serious about this oral team. So these same people can even investigate issues in this country. Right now, I'm not quite for minister. No. The focus in Libya is about his ministry.
Okay.
How to serve and serve well in his ministry.
Okay.
And we are praying the serve well.
Yeah.
It's a trouble, man. We are developing a nation. If the nation gets crashed, it will be.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just praying he serves well. And if he serves well, if you focus on his ministry, this oral thing will be something of the past.
Okay.
I said, maybe in general. But it shouldn't end here.
All right.
They should still
They should still continue.
in as much as you don't have trust in them.
That's what I'm saying. The trust, I don't have trust in them because it will not continue again. You're appointing them on a ministry appointment. Do you think it's still come to follow this oral thing?
Won't he?
Will you have time?
Okay. Okay. All right.
And then even his ministry, for foreign affairs, after all the occasion ambassadors, I compared those about Ghana, occasion ambassadors, and they'll call her tomorrow. Is he going to even have time?
But there are about 5 other people with him on the team. So
And this is the chairman. And then those 5 people, this people could batch. Say, Matter say is part of the security or they've given some appointment. Tell these people one appointment. The oral team job, no, because as I like to become another.
So you believe that the oral should have been devoid of any other mission aside what they are doing?
Yeah, they should just have their fine. They're not taking any salary.
Yeah.
But you should, if one destiny, we can just set people who are neutrals.
Okay.
Give them salary. Every people will come to be there, NDC will come to be there. They'll be back legally.
Okay.
No my okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So I mean, this oral team, they just came to. They just said right now they are done with investigations. Or this is the first part. Or
I don't know. I think this is the first, but I don't think they are done.
This is just the first part.
Yeah, I
so
don't think they are done.
about the past government, and then they take about to be on the current government or.
Well, has there been any scandals around the current government?
The current government so far.
The way team can tell us. I'm not want to tell. The way team can tell us.
Oh,
Okay.
you just made a request, so maybe perhaps he saw something again.
Okay. Yes, with us here in the studios is Paul Obwakon, the NPP's communicator for Amasaman area, Greater Accra there. And it's been insightful, it's been interesting. The conversations has been very, very interesting.
I miss my brother. My twin brother, I miss him.
He has an appointment today.
Okay. I miss him.
I know you will come.
You come, don't worry.
There are so many issues that you people need to sort out for your political parties.
would have been roasting each other here.
I believe he's actually listening to us wherever he is this morning. So yeah. Paul, let's come home. Why would you? Wait,
yeah, so story time.
You have about 40 minutes to take us through what is happening home. What is going on with the NPP and Adjoa Safo?
I would say Adjoa is trying to clarify herself. Yeah, there've been allegations raised against her. And the first allegation was about the election of the speaker. the election of the speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, people were having in mind that she was the one who voted for Bagbin instead of Michael Kui.
Okay.
Because they thought maybe Michael Kui's child came to contest him in the the previous parliamentary elections, primaries. Sorry. So we will now say she was the one who voted for Bagbin.
Okay.
So even people started hating her, even in the whole constituency. She suffered that thing in her own constituency, and also from party members. Now, party, if you mention just a full name, we pass number because people we elected them to go to parliament, and they were expecting them. Although the numbers were equal, but we had this from an MP on our side, so it became 138 against 137. We lobbied for him, so we all knew that. We can have the speaker on our side. Later on, people were blaming us for some were mentioning our names, but the vote, did they even count those votes? Did they even count those votes? The speaker's election, they didn't count them. They didn't count the vote.
We saw
wasn't it the one colors?
Yeah. So they didn't even count the vote in the first place. To know, say speaker won with this margin or with this margin. To conclude that the party to tear speaker, no. So she was tagged as a traitor of the party.
Okay.
And she suffered that in her constituency. So she felt also about now back clarifying on from certain things. Also about the e-levy also. People say she didn't vote, there's an imposter and other things. Also so about now clarify certain things.
Clarify that
so I think she just went to clarify stuff. But some of the things that she was saying was going out of control.
Yeah. How is that?
Oh, say some of the things like even about the e-levy, we shouldn't come and condemn and be saying things good for the USA, and good for the Democrat. We say no. Some many things happen in political parties, but they don't come out to say. That's why the general secretary placed the ban that nobody should. Say we can talk, but we shouldn't say something that might bring the party down.
What do you think could be said that might bring your party down?
Oh, like you might say things that might get someone also triggered. You get it? You might say things then to get someone triggered. Now also something can be, and everybody have followers. Everybody.
Okay.
My crime is not a crime. Come to my constituency. I have a little followers. I have some people who also like me.
Yeah.
So even if you have something good against me, they will just come out and say, "Yeah, I'm crying too." You get yeah. So, but I was saying the secretary didn't handle this issue. Initially, the secretary was the first person, the general secretary, to come out with press conferences. No, like since Mr. Eugene Boachi, former Subin MP.
Is it not Eugene Iron?
No. Eugene
Boachi.
Yeah, former Subin MP.
Okay.
He began with the press conference.
Okay.
Started blaming people about the loss, and even blaming the general secretary about the loss.
Okay.
The secretary also came out to clarify himself that no.
Okay.
You know one thing, people are clarifying themselves that no, and so Safa also has to come out and also no, the course me too. It's not me.
So if everyone is coming out to clarify themselves of what happened or caused their loss, and Ajwa also comes out to clarify, why is she being hanged?
That's
for doing the same thing everybody else is doing.
That's what I'm saying. The speaker, the general secretary didn't handle this issue. Right now, Ajwa has stopped with the media engagement.
Yesterday, she didn't go to any media house.
I didn't hear of her going to the media house.
Really?
No. Yeah. She has stopped with the media engagement.
She's on break.
She's not on break. She has stopped. She's not on break. If she's on break, if you ever supposed to be, no, she has stopped. Maybe there's several. There've been several internal interrogations or internal
negotiations.
So now she has stopped the media. You can put it this way, but once you come out with the letter, and you would think, what do you know? Because she's doing the media engagement, that's why you came out with that letter. You get it? And she also wanted to clarify herself from certain things that were going on well. So to me, I think Ajwa has every right to clarify herself. Ajwa has every right.
Is Ajua clarifying? Okay, why do you think she's clarifying herself? What's the
Because she has been
purpose?
tagged as a traitor. She has been tagged as a traitor.
A traitor to who?
To the party. We
Okay.
party name. We party
Okay.
nama. We free party no.
Okay. Okay.
In the election of the speaker, the in-levy issue, like they said, there was an poster and other things. Yeah, we betray party no.
Okay.
So even me, I began to get Ajua. I didn't like it anymore because of this speaker election and other things. I was like, Najwa, what did say? But initially, we come out to say we didn't even know the numbers the speaker even had. They get it. We didn't. The man who wanted to chew the ballot papers, he also suffered the same thing constituency. Mr. Klaus also the primaries.
Okay.
After we coach we only sue against that same thing against him in his constituency. That we will not vote for someone who choose ballot papers. And I like he doesn't support democracy or he doesn't like democracy.
Okay.
Because that was democracy. Election, yes, it's about democracy. Yeah.
We had Ajua on one of her tours, media tours, saying that if Carlos hadn't done that, it would have been a big embarrassment to the NPP.
To the NPP.
Because majority of the members in parliament actually voted against Mike.
Against Mike, yeah. I heard her saying that. I heard her saying that. That's what I'm saying. We don't even know the numbers the speaker got. The number of votes he got. Like Carlos saved us from that embarrassment. And after saving us from the embarrassment, later on, he also suffered from right now. People don't even try to kill themselves for the party again.
Okay.
You get it? Yeah, because he thought he was saving the party from this. Because he was having, if you watch the video very, very well, he was having a negotiation with that time we were the majority, so the majority leader, Tima Sabosu. Now he did come. They were having some negotiations or interrogations. Before you realize, no, them pack went to scatter everything. And then in election, if you are losing, you know you are losing. Once they start arranging the ballot papers, if this for you and this for the opponent, once they start arranging, if you see one going up and then you see your own, you know that the election
you lost.
Yeah.
Okay.
So fast, Carlos did that thing just to save the face, the image of the party.
Okay.
Because it have been a very, very big disaster. So I think the secretary didn't handle this issue very, very, very well. The secretary didn't handle this issue very, very, very well.
Okay. With all this talk of clarification going around surrounding Ajua and all, is she clarifying herself from betraying her party?
Yeah.
Or she is clarifying herself from betraying the country she was elected to serve or appointed to serve?
Okay, she was also appointed as a minister, and then she also went to abroad. She was mentioned about losing her daughter. Is it her son or her daughter?
Her child.
Her child. Let's say her child. And then later on, one of her child also got sick. And then issues about this child. Aboche conference and
child
support. If you don't take care of your child, child support, you just come for him, and then So she made mention of all those things. But the issue we had with her was that even if you have an issue or you are solving an issue with your child, you can just tell the president that this issue, so I want to resign. Reappoint someone to my office. Just to make it simple.
Sure.
But if you leave your job behind and then just go and stay for yourself a child, fine. She's a woman. A bit much will be her. All this thing can happen to everybody. It can happen to everybody. She's a woman. It can happen to her. It can happen to everybody. Because we the men, I thought that we can tell our wives we can go to work, but we tell our wives to sit at home and then take care of the child. If our child is sick, we can just tell our wife to just be at home and then take care of our child. So it's a whole lot of thing. Even with the election, now people are saying she was the one who didn't vote because initially or elite. They sent they sent a motorbike.
Okay.
Motorbike to go and bring her. Meaning, so people were speculating that no, but we can't conclude that she was the one who didn't vote for Michael Quay. Yeah, and then Michael Quay also, I think Michael Quay is senior, not the junior. Yeah. He made mention about him about the review committee, about the election review committee, that they should not change things what the committee said, or when the committee went around their report, they shouldn't change anything about the report. I don't know what she has seen in the report that she was making those allegations. Okasabia, Michael Kwe, who change it. The course report, committee report, we will not agree, but we don't know what's in the report. For me, for now, nobody knows what's in the report.
Okay.
And I believe the committee did their job well. They came to a constituency. I saw them in my constituency.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think they did a very good job. If I didn't see them there, like I'll say, I'm on my constituency. Well, my constituency, a lot also happened in my constituency. That's what I'm saying. People have like a lot of things that happen that they have a lot of anger in them, even within the PPA.
Okay. Yeah.
So like I was thinking, like I just should talk for all those who are grieved in the party.
So you think the way she went around her?
I was thinking even after I was in my view, like the general secretary should have made this way. They can call her. People are aggrieved in the party, so you can talk on their behalf.
Yeah.
After everything, you're on your last media engagement, then you apologize.
Yeah.
You apologize on behalf of the party and you yourself. For going to stay outside the country and other things, you can after everything, your last media engagement, you apologize. You tell the next to forgive us.
But maybe she had that plan on that
Yeah,
her last
Mama
Mama Nevi at all. No, you just cut her off in the middle of your talk.
And then they even ambush her when she was
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
GH1, yeah. So GH1, they just didn't come on.
Wow.
Yeah, they.
And ever since then, she hasn't been able to.
Yeah. I'm saying like they should have allowed her finish. Naka Obia, Naka Wajima hiding. A patch off. Then she will beg, like she will plead for forgiveness for herself and also for the party. Like things that didn't go on well. All those aggrieved people in the party. We should all just calm down.
Okay.
But if we let people, those people have their grievances, they keep the grievances in them, and we wait till next elections, the national elections, they will still come out and say things.
Yeah.
So if you have something to say, you should say them now. Because by the campaigner, people will start blaming people for our loss again.
Okay.
And when they may lose, the chairman did this, the national secretary did this, we should take him away, we shouldn't vote for him again. That's why they will come out with issues again. So if anybody has any grievances, it should be now. By 4 years time, now all those things are carried. It should be fair and firm. But people will still have this thing in them. Let's take if I didn't come out to talk, like you still have this thing in here, it should be they get it.
Yeah.
I would say when we went for a campaign, when we were doing campaign last election, when we did campaign, everywhere we go, people followed us. I followed the talk. Half a snin. I went there.
Wow.
Yeah, I followed the talk. But bus. The chair half a snin. So many. I think Sojaman constituency. I was there. I went to many constituencies. When the good people will receive us very well. You don't get it. But Obama can't tell. So it is good people will come out and say whatever is in them.
Yeah.
Then they should be doing the later on they'll punish you.
Okay. Do you think that Ajwa's grievances are warranted?
To me, I think yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
She has to clarify herself.
Okay. You did mention something not so long ago that she says she was in all these family affairs issues that wasn't going on well with her family.
Yeah.
You are being appointed and elected to serve an entire nation. The people who elected you there also have their own family affairs to deal with. Maybe your neglection of them will affect that family affairs. So, in as much as you thought you had some issues to resolve, the neglection of them also affected them. The right thing that was to be done, as you said, was for her to communicate with
the
president and resign. And she didn't do it.
Yeah, that was the mistake she did.
And in fact, afterwards, you still came back to seek the votes from these same people that you neglected. Isn't that an insult to the people?
Do you know, that's what I'm saying, she should have resigned. But with the parliamentary duties, you've seen MPs who have been in parliament and even forcing, getting stroke and other things. You've seen MPs who have been in parliament, Nature Mayari, But that doesn't mean they should be by-election or they should resign or something. Maybe they are thinking of about Tom and then they'll come back and say. But for those issues, I don't know. Maybe she was thinking maybe her issues might be solved so early or on time so that she might come back to serve. But even if you know a better, just talk to the president and resign. But with the parliamentary duties, you were elected, you weren't appointed. And then in the constitution, before a by-election happens, having being sick doesn't require a by-election. Yeah, so for that one there, we should put that one down.
Okay.
Yeah, for that one, the parliamentary duties there. Those who elected her, being sick or having family something or solving the family issues doesn't disqualify. That doesn't make us go for by-election in that constituency.
Okay.
Yeah. So for that one, I think with the constituency, she suffered a lot. But they have a page. I know they have a page. They have a constituency platform. If whatever is there, she has followers also there. If everything, they might communicate on that platform. But you know, even if they communicate, they will use that as a political score. Oh boy, see, the woman is so aggrieved. Because on political pages saying what that goes on, even in Amasama, they can tell you something. I remember how you measure. Yeah, me my MP people I focus on what this schedule now. Also what if I can. You get to see. So I would say, but in all, she came back to Ghana. She came to join the Baba's campaign, and then help with the campaign.
Yeah.
For the campaigning, every time also what's not my name year Jumanity. Now we knew. Every campaign has signed them about power. Now when your position.
Oh, but even Adjoa now, I'm joining the campaign not because of a position here. I will not say that.
Incident in a joining campaign.
Or the party.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It's a party no order. And you're mine.
On mine, she came to say not family issues, but the best thing was not because resigning. That was the first thing that she just and one resigning. But on resigning on Peninsula, we can also come out and then also reappoint someone. You can do a reshuffle. The president is the president. Organize any panel or check on bar. And I'm only needing come with you. You're having some negotiations that be behind the scene, and then things are not going on well. You can just reappoint someone. You have the mandate. The president, you have the power to do that. You get it. You have the power to do that. To just reappoint someone or do a reshuffle. Now I don't pay a question. I'm paying for now. So not pay no man. Even after all, sir, or your reappointment, or address position. It's the time so they will be sure. So if address not ready to work, just appoint someone and then allow her to focus on their family. It's very, very simple.
Okay.
You get it? Yeah. And what Adjoa was doing.
No.
Right now, the secretary has come out with a letter that issue. We should not speak that would trigger other people. So, and it's not because all of us we have issues.
Okay.
With this,
is it issues against Adjoa or in
favor
of
Adjoa? In favor of Adjoa, no Adjoa. Even with the party, things went on that some of us really didn't like.
What are some of the things that?
No, I don't want to say them. If I say them, you're scared to be holding me on. I'm taking me on. So I just have to.
But don't you think that you people
like
hiding
the culture of silence or
how is that going to help you?
That's why I think we should wait for the committee's report. When the report comes, people will still come out to talk. When the report comes, people will still come out to talk. This election that we lost, and easy. Because we didn't see it coming. No, I followed the campaign tour.
Oh, it's a very huge.
I followed the campaign tour, and Moko Bebia, the Padichi.
Oh, I made him with she.
By them, when you watch Korea, don't tell you that we vote for you. Don't tell that we vote for you. Don't tell you that we vote for you. The only place that they made it clear to us. I went to Legon campus, and then they were talking about the 11 the betting tax. For them, they told me. I want to say, actually, they told me plainly that the 11 the betting tax because of that they don't even go out to vote.
Wow.
Not that they vote against, but don't go out to vote. You get it? For them, they some of them, many of them are making those allegations that because of the levy and the betting tax, so don't go out to vote.
Okay.
They don't like NDC. But they don't go and vote for MPP also. So they'll just be in their room, in their hostels, and then they'll just sleep, or in their rooms and just sleep. You get it? I'm catching. I'm catching. I won't say us, but they told me plainly.
Yeah.
So I knew the Legon election. Maybe they're in the campus. You might use the election in the campus.
Okay.
Because many of them were complaining.
Okay.
But other places, by them, when you go, but when they come, the way they follow us,
Yeah.
T-shirt crowd, shirt T-shirt crowd, will be fight over T-shirts. Sending If you leave,
One kasa
there's there, but right now secretary say we should wait. So, but we are waiting for the report.
Okay.
But it shouldn't take long. You get
Okay.
the report should come out early,
All right.
so we can also talk about the report. Now, and also encode that in time, because we have an election to go within the next 3 years,
Yeah.
2028.
Yeah.
So we have to start doing our things.
But with that election, who are you projecting for the flag bearership?
For now, we don't know those who are going to contest.
But in your view, who do you think you would have preferred?
For now, I don't have a preference.
Hey.
Yeah, no. For now, I don't have a preference. No, you know how I don't have a preference now.
No, tell me.
Yeah, a lot will happen in this election, and we don't know. We don't even know. By next year,
Yeah.
you might know the person that this might be bringing.
So you are waiting for the opponents.
We have some speculations like I'm gonna do it. So if you know your opponents, then you know who to go and face your opponent.
Oh, okay.
That's how it should be done.
Okay.
If you know your opponents, like it's a match. Even a coach who's going to play with a different team, he knows this team. They are physically strong. Maybe they have the flair. They play pep style, if like that.
Tiki taka.
Yeah. So you have to know what the kind of players that you have to go with. Even the national secretary and other things, national chairman, I don't even know the person. Let me hide now.
Okay.
Because we don't know whether General Secretary will contest for primaries or will still be the chairman. But then if a Secretary will still be there, we can give him a match. This time I have to give him a match. The secretary, if he's still be there, we have to give him a match.
Okay.
You get it? I'm not saying the General Secretary is in a match. The former secretary, I'm not saying it's in a match. But he has come out to make some claims to clarify himself that some of the things that happened were out of his control.
Okay.
Yeah, some of the things that happened. So we should even say we should blame the executives more than the national executives.
Really?
We should blame not the executive, like the executive body of government.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the party gave birth to the government.
To the government.
Yeah, without the party, government can have power. They won on the ticket of MPP. So we give birth to the government. So when the government is also doing certain things wrong, we as a party, we also to have to draw attention to it that this and this are not going on well. The Ghanaians are complaining. You get it well. Yeah. So
you mentioned that there are rumors of some people projected to be presented by the NDC.
For the NDC.
Yeah, who are
What
some of
have
these
you heard?
names that you?
Oh, I've heard about Julius Debra.
Mm.
Yeah, I've heard about Julius. I've heard about Haruna Idrisu. Haruna Idrisu. And then when some of my NDC friends, when I meet them, some of them will say, "Me, I'm an Ewe. I want a black one to come."
Okay.
I'm a Northerner, but I don't think maybe they might prefer a Northerner again.
Why?
Because of John Mahama, I don't think they might prefer to bring her a Northerner again.
What if the person is
What is wrong with John Mahama and
And
bringing in
another-
No, we are doing politics. Certain times, some people believe the party belongs to them.
Okay.
Like even we in the PP, let me put it in bracket. We the NPP.
Yeah.
I'm not Ashanti, I'm a co.
Okay.
But some of the Ashantis believe the party belongs to them.
Okay.
When they brought Mr. Kodia, JFK, they were saying that you're a party because JB John Bodu was from Asen. He's from Asen, from the Central Region.
Okay.
So when they brought Kodia, they were saying you're a party. Certain times, you get to know some of this. Certain times, some people believe the party belongs to them.
Okay.
And then they've been deprived of some positions for long. Like maybe the Votarians to think after Rollins left, Atamus was a Fanti, Mahama is a Northerner. So now they think either it should come to an account or back to.
Okay.
If I say I can't, Fantis also I can. So let me see. Even the Fantis they've said as vice president. So even for with the Fanta, they don't even have an issue.
Okay.
Like the Misata, Atamos was the vice president, Misata, and even now currently Prof. Nanajin was the Fanti.
Okay.
So with them, I think with the Fanta, they don't even have an issue there. But now with the LS and then the Ashantis and the Coast, that seems they think it's time for us for them to present a candidate from those places.
So
so we are waiting for the
Julius.
Not Julius, and Asini Guterres also from Bono.
Okay. So among these three heavyweights, which one do you think your party will prefer for him to come? So
they are not heavyweights. They are not heavyweights.
So you think you can?
Why do you say they are not heavyweights?
Why are they heavyweights?
So your party can beat any of them.
Any of them. For Haruna, we all know Haruna has been set to fail.
Why?
With the education ministry. We are all here. Edichum really started higher. Edichum really bar higher. Yeah, Edichum must raise the bar higher.
Really?
And Haruna,
in what sense?
Some of the schools he built, like the STEM schools, even the Lagos STEM school, for instance.
How many STEM schools did Edichum build?
For now, we have more of them, but I can't count them. We have about 6 of them. Some in the northern region and other things. This data.
So in 8 years, you built 6.
But he became education minister for just 4 years. So just say in 8 years. The first 4 years was
4 years.
Yeah, the first 4 years was.
So in the first 4 years, there was no STEM schools built.
No, in the first 4 years, no. The STEM schools initiatives that came out in a second term.
Okay, so 6.
More than it's almost 10. Yeah, and then
okay.
So
I know AC will clarify.
Yeah. So the true must raise the bar higher.
Really? Now, with the STEM school.
Now you are here. Now
no, he's raised the bar higher only with the STEM school.
No, the STEM school. He came to restore the training allowances. Look, the training allowance was restored by Matthew Pempe Napo.
Okay.
During his tenure as the education minister.
Okay.
There are many things in there.
Mention some of them. I want to know where he raised the bar to.
To the bar, like only Ghana.
Because the thing I have realized about the education system is this. Now I see students being very violent. Now we all saw how the free SHS was being run. Look at they are feeding. Look at how they go to school for a month, come and sit home for 3 months. This blue, red, something they are doing that we don't really see how it's working for us. You take people in without building infrastructure to accommodate them.
You know one thing. Starting every policy isn't easy. A policy like Fish in high school, it's not easy thing just to start. You get it? We started it. Some were saying we can begin with the Fish in high, maybe 20 years time. But we said now, when we start here, you get to know the lapses, then you start solving them bit by bit. That's why you say we are developing a nation.
Okay.
Now, Haruna is in. The Fish in high is still ongoing. Now, some also quote me 14 for 20 now. If you know you can manage it, you should just make it. You just cancel the Fish in high or review it. So there are more to come. And then if you touch the Fish in high,
if the review is coming from Otum for their review, but if it's coming from the NDC, it's cancellation.
Otum for said they should cancel it or review it. Or make it too.
So for that one, you understand that they are two different things.
The review, there's a lot in review. If it's a review, and even somewhere made suggestion, even said from the own NDC was saying that they should also consider only day schools. They should only consider the day schools to be free.
Okay.
And those in boarding should pay.
Okay. That's all part of the review.
Tepe made a suggestion. I will not say review. He made a suggestion.
Okay.
So we are waiting for the review. If the review comes, and the education ministry, if we touch Fish near high, okay, review be not review in those we in Accra maybe we can. I didn't go to Fish. I didn't attend Fish near high. My brothers, 2 of them didn't attend, but 2 attended. So maybe we can pay. But maybe those in the villages, if you touch Fish near high, not going to review be. Because only day students should attend. It will become another problem.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. This education ministry, I really use you. Then the free education issue is very complicated. And even if you can't stop this red good thing, on Sudan over here.
Okay.
You get it? If
so that's why you say he's been set up to fail.
the Karina, they say Karina, the local government or the man.
Okay.
We know Karina is very good when it comes to local government.
All right.
So your old babies are sharing a bit my age, man.
Okay.
You get it? Yeah. So Harina is, if it touches anything about education ministry, even the training allowances, or touch a pair, it will be a dent on its image.
But the training allowances are not going. In fact, there's been money allocated.
No, initially, he himself was saying initially, or suggested them come here, then come here for him. Initially, he himself, Harina himself, but after the budget, because it's the first year. They can't. The first, they will try to take it out in the first year.
But let me ask you this.
Yeah.
I need a frank answer. Let's take political bias aside. I don't know if you can do that. I know you are here for your political party, but a Ghanaian first. The allowance, that money being channeled to build infrastructure, so that if the students complete school, they can have a job. And that being neglected, but given to the student to squander now, and after school they struggle with job. Which one would you have preferred?
Let me speak. Let me speak. Let me talk. You might say I'm a politician, so I'm speaking to my party. But to me, I think we can give them an allowance and still build infrastructures.
Okay.
If you manage the country well.
Okay.
But the only thing is that we train them, give them allowances. Then later on, after school, they try to travel outside.
Yeah.
Because there is no job here.
There's no job.
Because there's no job. But if there's job here, but right now this government has launched working abroad program.
Paul. Your party was in power for 8 years. Do you know the last time nurses were?
Listen. My party is gone. The Ghanaians voted us out because we didn't do certain things right. Yeah, that's why Ghanaians voted us out.
Yeah.
So now the party is out. We are gone.
All right.
Some of these things, some of these were the reasons why we were voted out. Now you've also come to power, and then you've launched a program, work abroad program, or working abroad program.
Yeah. Okay.
When I saw it, I was like, so we can't create jobs here. We are now sending our labor force, like the age limit, the labor we have in Ghana here to go and work in abroad.
Okay.
And not anywhere than Romania.
Okay.
You get it? It's like after training them, they should work here. Once you have a 24-hour economy, we work here, we produce more, we have more products here produced in Ghana. Okay. We have more made in Ghana products here. I think that it will help grow our economy.
All right.
We can't employ them, we can't build these jobs to employ them. Then we launch a program, working abroad or whatever, and then we are proud of it. No.
Okay.
I don't think UK or the British will allow their citizens just to come and work here. We launch a program that they should come and work here. Bring the labor force to come and work here.
All right.
No, they'll create jobs for them to work there. Take taxes from them there.
Okay. All right.
So that program, that thing is just a waste of this thing. Yeah. Cause I don't know when they launching it, people came to speak and I was like, hey. And so Fusapon is the chairman of that program. I was like, oh, very nice. There's nothing enjoyable that getting money in your own country and then spending it in your own country.
Okay.
You get it. If you're in your own country and you're like me, I don't think like I'll even be in Accra. Not cool. I'll be in cool and working cool.
Okay.
I'll not even think about rent. I won't think about some of the especially life in Accra here. I'll just be in cool and enjoy life. Have my small garden and other things.
Okay.
So you came to Accra because of job?
I was born here, but my parents came here because of job.
Okay.
But I was born here.
Right.
So the way they also came here because of job, that is why they are also going there because of job.
Why should they go there because of job?
Because the job here is not enough and it's more or less like a contract. So they'll be coming back. It's not like they are going to stay there.
But so we can't create job for them, permanent job for them here.
Oh, they can.
What are you waiting for? We promised the youth job.
Okay.
In this country, we didn't promise them that when they come. Because if it's about, they shouldn't even complain about nurses going out to work there.
All right.
Well, when they also come and they get their money, they also come in and develop or build houses and companies here.
All right.
When they also travel abroad, they make money. They also come and build houses here.
We've heard you, Paul. We've heard you. Your last submissions before we leave you. I think we have just about.
I've actually confirmed the STEM schools here.
Okay.
So they're actually 10 and then 7 are in operation.
Yeah, actually
so
10. Okay.
All right. That's great.
So 10 is our one.
And it's only 7 nights in the equation.
So it's right.
About 32 million citizens, 32 million people we have in this country as citizens. We have more than half of them eligible for schooling, education, and you know 10 blocks of
the
states.
STEM
And it's
school.
only 7,
The
that's no
STEM, the STEM school is for.
So let's assume
let's
it's only
say
7
the STEM
that is
school is for.
functioning.
See, our time is up. We are not going to talk about this.
No. I was like the STEM school. The STEM school. Is for maybe from. It's a science, technology, whatever, and mass nation. It's for maybe some particular people.
Okay.
Maybe particular age group.
All right.
So I wouldn't say. We have SHS there. We have TVET there and other things. So the STEM also coming.
Your last words.
My last words. Let me just greet my people.
All right.
Let me just greet my people. Let me just say good morning to my sisters. Gifty and Ponsa.
Okay.
Janet West and Georgina Amwakun.
Okay.
And also Sandra Nyakun.
Okay.
They're all my sisters. The 3 of them are in UK and then one is in Ghana here.
All right.
Okay. And then also to my party faithfuls, my party people.
Yeah.
They are grouped ones. We should all calm down.
Okay.
We should all calm down. Ajua has spoken on our behalf. So we should all relax now.
Okay.
We are ready to recapture.
Yeah.
My greetings to Commander Bequin and also Commander Pope.
Okay.
Yeah, my greetings to them and also to OT of Anya Sotu.
Okay.
Yeah, Commander OT of Anya Sotu.
All right. Okay, sure. So yes, that was Paul in the studios with us, holding down the conversation, the discussions this morning. It's been insightful, but this is where we'll be drawing the curtains for the day. Before we leave, I have someone to greet this morning. His name is Alaji. Okay, his official name is Mr. Ejapon Kweku Ebenezer, but he is popularly known as Babatunde, also known as Alaji. He is an NDC faithful in the Kwapem North district. Today is his birthday. I want to wish him a happy birthday from all his family members, his mother, Auntie Amaisi Edua, his sisters, his brothers, his children, Kwesi, Dakon, Akosia, Esiedua, Kojo, and yeah, all your children. Money nyina se wo ma wa fishiapa, wo ma wa hoden, wo bompa se nyankopon bekoso ama nkwatenten na wenyi ache e wa hoden ene nhirem. Nti ene ye wa awoda. We wish you a happy birthday. So yes, this is where we'll be ending the show this morning. As I came your way, Pakwesi Omare, and also anchoring the show with me was Esinam. We will be leaving you here, but we will be coming back on your screens and on your airwave same time tomorrow morning. So stay tuned, enjoy the rest of your day.